All right, everyone, welcome back to the Kusogrande Invitational. We're into week 4 and our 16-player double elimination bracket, and now we've got some more losers bracket matches for you today, with Hate, Withheld, Koal, and Mikan all fighting for their survival in the tournament. Then after that, we'll be moving on to Maikuyama and NPC up in the winner's side of the bracket. But we're going to be starting off with Kate versus Withheld, and before we get too much into that, I do have a couple quick announcements. The game's schedule for SGDQ is coming out on the 15th. The volunteer schedule for SGDQ is also coming out on the 30th. And our show that will be next after this one will be the Community Spotlight next Monday on the 15th as well. So, Brosentia, we've got a new GM with us. Why don't you introduce us to our new friend?
Oh yes, Wizard here, or Royal Blue Wizard as he goes on Twitch, has actually been with the community for quite a while. When did you first start watching Wizard?
End of Kusogrande 1, I think.
The end of the first one. So yeah, you've been here a few years. I'm sorry for all the pain that you've witnessed, but luckily you get to choose some of your own pain to dish out. Now, you've been choosing a few of the games for Kusogrande, the current tournament that's going on with about 170 people. What do you generally look for when it comes to bad games?
Am I having a bad time with it, and would it be funny to watch me have a bad time with it?
That's fair enough. You know, I think honestly you look at a few more when you look at games, you're looking at things that are a little bit more modern than other game masters do. I tend to go for older games. And we've got a PS1 game today, right?
Yep.
Cool. What game is it? Go ahead and reveal it.
It is Power Rangers Time Force.
Power Rangers Time Force. This is... I know there was a Game Boy Advance based off of this. This game is a little bit janky, but I think that it is going to be a really fun watch. I got to play around with it a little bit earlier today. This is totally my jam. I'm glad you're so excited for this, Wizard. So, what kind of game would you say this is? What genre do you put this in?
This is a 3D action-adventure title. It has all of the good bits of 3D action-adventures, like platforming, punching enemies, wondering why the hitboxes are bad. You know.
Okay. Yeah, I don't understand how hitboxes even work in this game. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Do they work?
Sort of.
No, they don't.
We'll let our players demonstrate the goodness of the hitboxes.
Awesome. I'm getting ready right now, Railcoon, for the countdown. You know what? I know that Twitch had a lot of Power Rangers emotes. What else shows up in this, Wizard? Cowboys?
Cowboys, owls, general badness, so I guess anything on fire is always good.
Oh, fire is good. If you have fire emotes, we're going to go ahead and spam them. Spam all of your Power Ranger related emotes right now. And here we go with the countdown. Wish them luck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Ah, there we go. I see plenty of fire there. Yeah. Okay, so right away they get to choose the ranger they want to play as. Does it really matter which one they go with?
A little. I mean, stat-wise, the lower speed you can actually feel how different the movement is. And of course, higher physical stats means you kill enemies faster.
Ah, yeah.
So on their screen is Circuit, who plays the role of Alpha 5, or whatever helper from your generation of Power Rangers. And he doesn't shut up. Ever.
Oh yeah. He's so annoying. Like, seriously, I didn't play this for a full hour when you gave it to me earlier today, but I already got annoyed with him right away.
All right, Brosentia, before we get too much into the game, why don't you tell people who are still a little bit new to Kusogrande what this is about and how we determine who wins a match?
I appreciate the reminder. Kusogrande is a bad video game tournament. We have two players going up against each other in order to see who can make the most progress at any given point during the playthrough in an hour. With this game specifically, it's level based. They're currently on level 1, which is sort of the tutorial area, and there should be 7 levels. Is that right, Wizard?
Yes.
So if Cadis made it to level 6 and Withheld made it to level 5, Cadis would take the victory, even if for some reason he went back and started playing level 2 for some reason. So that's currently what we have here. Now, both of them are making some pretty solid progress. Withheld is on a mid-boss here, who is a bat?
I don't know what Brudius is.
I
Is he
don't
an urban yeti?
Oh, if only he were urban enough for me, you know. But this place does not look very urban. Look at all the rocks rolling down, hitting Cadis in the face. The thing is, I think what's going to distract some of the players is that it kind of feels like you're supposed to fight a lot of the enemies around here, but you can skip most of them.
It's true.
Withheld has already done that, as a matter of fact, and I think that's going to be a huge advantage for Withheld. What else are you seeing so far, Wizard?
I mean, they're both making good progress. They're also enjoying the wonderful hitboxes. And it really could be either player's game. The other thing that is not quite mentioned, but is suggested in the game, is that you want to complete the level before that timer on top runs out. The benefit for doing so is that your life bar gets extended.
Okay. Oh, that's all it does?
Yes.
Well, that's dumb. No, seriously, I thought that I would die if the time ran out. Instead,
No, just goes negative if it goes past 0.
Well, okay, that's not good. The thing is, getting extra health for future levels would probably help quite a bit. I didn't really notice the cowboys in the next level dealing a lot more damage, but I imagine later enemies definitely get pretty deadly.
I think it's less that they deal more damage and more that there's just so many more of them.
I could also see that. Now, Withheld is on the boss of the area here.
Yep.
And after this, you're going to see some beautiful Power Ranger action.
That
Oh,
eye
it is a
laser
Power
did a
Ranger.
lot of damage.
Oh, yeah. But Withheld has 5 lives at this point. I don't think it's going to be too worrying. There we go. You start
4
right
lives.
back at the boss. So, honestly, you can just use your lives pretty quickly. And not worry about it too much, you know? That's a kindness from this game.
Oh, are we going into Zords now?
Yep.
Yes, here we go. Zord time.
Do recommend that the players save, but we'll see how that goes.
They can decide on that later. Okay, it looks like Cadis is fighting the boss right before the Zords. Cadis is going to run out of time, though. That's a little concerning.
Just means less life for the next level.
Yeah!
See, it goes negative.
See, I didn't even know that, but I guess there are a lot of time pickups throughout, aren't there?
Yes. The small pickups are worth 1 second, so they quickly get used up, but they usually are offered in large batches. And the big ones are worth, I think, 5.
Okay.
Right. Withheld finishes off the first level.
Very nice. Good job, Withheld.
Are we stomping all over a parking lot full of cars? I don't remember
You know,
the Power
the
Rangers
cars
doing
will
that
live.
much collateral damage.
No, they destroyed everything. That's sort of the thing with Power Rangers, you know. They're here to save the world until they actually care. And then they just destroy the world along with everything.
I mean, we always have large Zord sequences where various buildings and things are getting bashed.
Oh, yeah.
And so now, Withheld has to go through the mandatory tutorial of how to use the new power-up that you just got.
Just so you know, if this pop-up that keeps popping up, there is voice acting with it, and it's the most annoying teen boy that I can imagine. He is so annoying. So, wait, Wizard, who is this who pops up?
That's
What's his name? Circuit. Okay, and does he show up in the Power Rangers show?
Oh yeah, again, he plays the role of Alpha 5, so he's the helper who's
man.
constantly telling the Rangers that something terrible is going on, they must go and fix it. And he's a mechanical owl who traveled through time, and he's friggin' annoying.
Okay, is he more annoying in the show or in the game, though?
The game. He does not
Okay.
show up nearly as much. He does not get nearly as much screen time in the show.
Good to know. Okay, Withheld is trying to figure out which Power Ranger to go with, and she's going with Yellow Ranger here. I used Yellow Ranger quite a bit, but honestly, I think speed might be more important than actually dealing damage.
And that is up to our players.
Which one do you think you would go with?
I used both red and yellow. I found that red gets me through areas much more quickly, but yellow really gets through enemies very quickly. So it's a it could go either way.
Well, she's just awesome. Look at her go. Getting kicked in the face by a cowboy, but you know, that happens to all of us. Everybody watch out. If you ever come over here to Utah, this is how we deal with strangers. We just kick them in the face.
Well, that really is not a lot of extra health for Withheld, though. That was like one hit.
Yeah,
It was
it's not a
one
lot.
hit.
But it's extra health for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And it adds up.
So here, Withheld is just trying to figure out where to go. What you have to do is collect a certain number of items. I think it's 5 items in this level in order to go through the gate.
That's right. Well, there's a portal vortex thing that they need to go through to get a key to free a sheriff. And unfortunately, you have to kill every enemy in this level in order to get all the things.
You gotta teleport to save the sheriff. I guess you are Time Force. I mean, the time travel makes sense with the name.
Sort of, as one of the writers for the show could complain about, they didn't do too much actual time travel in the show.
Fair enough.
Did you
Maybe
see
they
that
should have.
combo?
Yeah, the cowboy is just whacking Withheld in the face, seriously. Okay, this is why you don't let your daughters grow up to marry cowboys. They've got really, really strong thighs.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. What's that song? The stupid cowboy song.
Which cowboy song?
The one about letting your daughters or sons grow up to either be cowboys or marry cowboys, or I don't know. I live in Utah. That's what plays on the radios here.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, there we go. See, Twitch chat knows what we're talking about, okay? Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. There we go. Let them be doctors and lawyers. I don't know about lawyers, maybe doctors.
So how do you regenerate that, like, special meter they're using for the ground slam?
You stand on one of those portals. Red portals will only refill for a limited amount of time and then they get used up. the blue portals are infinite. So
In
Withheld
fact-
was just standing on a blue one.
The game actually has a tutorial where it shows you a portal and makes you stand on it and try to figure out if it is an infinite one or not. And it's not really a puzzle at all. It's just like as soon as you stand on it, it tells you, oh, that one's a limited portal. I don't know. The tutorials in this game are kind of dumb. Just so people know, I see some questions coming in through Twitch chat. The race that we have here is blind. Neither of the players have played or seen this game previously, so they're just trying to figure out the general mechanics and how to get through these levels as quickly as possible.
So did you say that they're gonna have to kill all of the cowboys in this
If I
level?
recall correctly, yeah, one of the
Wait, what?
one of the cowboys is holding it like the last of the
Oh
perhaps not all
no.
of the level, but at least one in one section they must kill all the cowboys because one of them's holding a chip for the force field thing.
I mean, that might be why I didn't beat this level.
I did beat this level.
Oh,
It
good.
was minus 8 minutes overtime, and it only got worse after this.
Oh,
my God.
no. Oh, no. Okay, so we're going to be on this level for a while, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
I love that. I've got to be more careful.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the dialogue in this game is pretty fantastic. It's good, Railkin.
oh good, Withheld is now up to the short Frogger sequence.
Okay, luckily Withheld got a key. Is that key required?
I don't remember if it is. I just remember that the area it unlocks just gives you lots of health and has a optional mini-boss that I really cannot figure out why anyone would bother with.
What? Okay, it looks like Cadus is going to the optional mini-boss. There was a gate key in there.
Yep,
So-
oh that's right, so it is mandatory. The mini-boss, though, you can just leave the room and you don't need to bother.
I was gonna
Was that
say...
Was that the fragment from an enemy that Withheld just found? Did you see?
I think that was, yeah.
Wow, Withheld definitely has an advantage there. I think they have the same number of gate keys, but it's going to take Cadus a little while longer to actually find the key from the enemy.
4, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. 4.
Kate already went to the place that Withheld was, so I don't know. Wasn't paying enough attention to see if Kate killed that enemy or not.
Well, I think it'll be pretty obvious as soon as we see somebody unlock the full portal. There we go. Withheld has opened it and doesn't even mess with the boss. Oh, Wizard, you were lying. You have to fight this guy.
Did not realize that that gate closed. I just noticed that I could run back to the door, then decided I'll go beat up the boss anyway.
I mean, it's a fun fight, you know. Punch somebody in the face. Wait, it opened up! Never mind,
Yeah,
you're right.
Withheld killed it.
Withheld killed it very fast using
Oh.
ground pound chops.
I'm so confused about what's happening, but okay. Withheld use the ground pound. Honestly, if you use the ground pound near cowboys, they just die.
I mean, if you use the ground pound near anything, it just dies.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, Withheld
And-
has been using it a lot more.
There is a place at the beginning of the stage for you to regenerate your powers, so it's actually worth doing it, I think.
I think you're right.
I think
So-
Withheld has forgotten where the force field is, though.
Yeah!
Yeah, that was fun. I couldn't find it very easily either.
I accidentally ran into it while it was still active, and of course it dealt a lot of damage to me.
Of course.
Railcoon, do you want to be more careful?
I don't know.
I think you gotta be. You gotta be.
So is the top right their live counter?
Yes.
Because Withheld has managed to fall off the level twice in this stage without losing a life on that counter, and it fully healed her each time it happened.
I believe it actually drops health. But she might have actually gotten extra lives while doing this.
Okay, Cadis is getting some bonus time that really doesn't help at all. Withheld grabbing some as well. I think, yeah, Withheld is definitely in the lead at this point.
Yep.
Yeah, Kate's still looking for the last fragment.
Withheld
Gotta
now has
go
access
some
to the-
Cowboys.
I think the tricky part of that is that the cowboys that dropped it were in a dead end that 8 had already visited. So it's probably not likely to be revisited by Kate
Okay.
until they're starting to, like, just get frustrated and start checking everywhere, you know?
I think you're right.
I was wondering how to get up there. Okay.
Yeah,
So
you have
go
to.
through-
Yeah, you have to push the cart so it slams into the building because
Okay.
property damage.
Oh, yeah.
Kate's almost heading there. No, backs off.
So the thing is, with these two players, Withheld comes from a history of doing a lot in the mystery tournament, as well as playing in Kusogrande for quite a while, and she's always done fantastic. You know, she's here. I'm not surprised to see her a little bit in the lead. Cadis is one of the staff members for Kusogrande. He did pretty well in some of the earlier matches when doing the tournaments as well. But going up against Withheld is really difficult. I feel like Withheld has the advantage when it comes to playing blind video games.
I'm inclined to agree with you there.
Oh, I was curious if that worked. Withheld knocked the boss off the edge, and I was like, did that just kill him? And then he just
Nope.
respawned.
It's a bird! Of course it didn't kill him. Oh no,
but
it's a
also-
Zord fight!
We're also in Kuso Grande. I wouldn't be surprised a bird falling off a cliff kills it in Kuso Grande.
I wouldn't either, yeah. Yeah, Cadis...
Two.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, continue.
Cadis is the main referee for Kusogrande, so hopefully he doesn't, like, if Withheld is in the lead at the end, hopefully Cadis doesn't just rule it for himself. Say, yeah, I won. I'm the ref.
Oh, it's looking pretty bad for Kate, because Kate was close to that dead end where Withheld found the piece that we think
Oh,
Kate's
but there's
missing.
a piece right there at the top left.
Oh, he didn't get
This
that
might
one,
be
okay.
the last one.
No, there's still two more for Cadis because
Oh, no.
the portal break into 5 quadrants. Oh, and he fell off.
Oops. Wait, you have
Yeah.
5 continues?
Yep,
And a save system?
yep.
And if you get game over, you just go back to the main level select?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so in other words, getting game over probably isn't the worst thing in the world.
It isn't, but it's still recommended to not do it.
Yeah. Okay, Withheld is on to the next level, doing a lovely grapple here. That was good. So Cadis actually really wanted everybody to know that for this game, the PlayStation game, square is jump. And X and circle are attack. And triangle is grapple.
You could also optionally rebind it where triangle is jump. Or L1.
L1? What?
Yes,
Yeah.
one of the control schemes was L1 jump.
Oh no. No. Okay, Railcoon, that's not allowed. But I kind of want to play it that way. Wait, no. I'm remembering because... No, never mind. That was triangle to jump. Sorry, I was thinking Xena PS1. There's something weird about that game.
Oh my god, Kate just got demolished by a combo. Did you see that?
It's those cowboys. I'm
Well,
telling
he
you.
also dropped rocks on himself.
Just getting hourglasses. Oh, there we go,
last piece.
Kate. And there we go. The force field is down. Kate did take a little bit longer to get through this level, but he's got a chance of catching up. It's just Withheld is really good at maintaining leads and just making progress all the time.
But will Kate beat the -8 minutes mark set by Wizard?
Maybe. Depends on how well Kate does against the boss.
Oh, the thing is, these Power Rangers are so weak. They can't even climb up walls. Seriously, the walls aren't even as tall as them, and they just can't jump up on them. It's dumb.
Yeah, you could see them both struggling with that at the start of the game. They were both trying to, like, grab onto ledges. Like, really? PS1 3D game where you can't grab the ledge? They were both visibly confused. It was pretty great.
Yeah, it feels like you should be able to, but no. You're just a dumb little Power Ranger running around with weak little legs. See, even the cowboys have better legs than you. It's a shame.
Agreed, it is a shame.
Okay, it looks like Withheld is doing a little bit of a puzzle stage, trying to figure out how to get over to this other platform. She knocked down the box and has managed to jump on over. Good. Cadis is using punches to take down cowboys. I'm a little bit concerned about that because the boss is a lot faster if you use the ground pound.
There's a infinite bar right by the boss.
Oh,
Infinite recharger.
Okay.
Is being on the roof here required, or is it just
Yes.
extra pickups?
You have
It's
to
required.
jump across the roof to get to the platform
Oh,
where
I get
the
it.
sheriff is hidden.
Yeah, because this is the level where we were before, and that carriage crashed, letting you up here. Okay.
Isn't it nice? Oh, these poor innocent civilians. Bah! You know, but we gotta save the sheriff. Sheriff is more important than the average civilian back in the Wild West, you know?
Tempestrel asks, does this game have analog, or are they doing this with D-pad only? The answer is D-pad only.
Oh, yeah.
Why would it have analog?
8 directions, that's all you need.
I mean, a lot of these types of games on PlayStation 2, even, the analog was a lie, and it was just 8-direction input with the analog. Just a
Oh
fancy
my
D-pad,
gosh.
you know?
This bird is kind of cute, though. I'm sad that he dies so quick.
This bird is cute.
No, look at him, okay? He's just over there trying to kill you, but it's in an adorable manner. Shooting echoes at you, I guess. Stormwing. I like Stormwing.
That punch is hitting across a canyon. That is a powerful ground punch.
I mean, it drops rocks. That is the power of the ground pound. Also,
Yeah.
Kate's getting up pretty badly by this boss.
Can you go back and recharge?
Yes, absolutely. In
What?
fact, it's expected if you run out of power.
Okay, that's kind of dumb, but that's fine.
The fact that Withheld beat this boss so quickly was surprising to me, because I had this wonderful situation where you just have to keep on aligning yourself with the boss so that when you use the ground pound, the rocks drop on them.
Yeah,
It might have had to do with Withheld knocking the boss off the ledge and making it respawn, because Withheld's boss didn't jump to either side.
Yeah.
I think she just killed it too fast for it to get a chance to. Alright, Kate's got the strategy. Aw darn, Kate's beat my time. -6:45.
Oh, I love it. It looks like Withheld is a little bit lost in this mansion, but she managed to find the switch and flick it.
It's a pirate ship, bro.
Why is there a ship in the bedroom?
No, the bedroom is on the ship.
Well, but there's a switch. Okay, you know what? You know what I'm saying, and you're just making fun of me. I actually don't
Make fun
know.
of you? Me? Never.
Yeah, every day. every day, Royal Blue Wizard. That's all you do. Okay, Cadis is doing a good job against Stormwing. Really, the only mechanics you have are to push X and circle to attack.
Actually,
It's not a
sorry.
what?
Continue.
It's not a very deep fighting system, to be honest.
Now that they have the ground pound, actually, if you press R1, you shoot a really weak fireball.
Yeah,
Oh,
Withheld was
okay, yeah.
using that, but it didn't look like it recharged your like special meter when you got here.
Nope.
And Kate was out from beating the first phase of the boss, so Kate just doesn't have access to that.
But you do a nice dance when you win, so that's a plus. You know what? I'm really enjoying this game. I'd say that PS1 jank and a lot of games that came out, you know, they tried a lot of things. This game actually has some fairly fast movement for a 3D platformer on the PS1. And even though it looks hideous, it's actually a lot of fun to play. I fully recommend giving it a shot. Raccoon, you should play this.
What if I don't and say that I did?
But then that's a lie. Would you really lie to me? Are you that kind of person who just goes around telling lies?
I mean, is it a funny lie?
No, that's a dumb lie. And
Okay.
that's dumb lies are for dumb people, so don't do it.
Probably not then.
Just so everybody knows, new people who are hopping here, Kusogrande is a bad video game tournament. For the Invitational, we have 16 people who are battling it out in a double elimination bracket. For this match, Cadis is facing Withheld, trying to make as much progress as they can in an hour in a game they've never seen before, Power Rangers Time Force. Now, at this point, they are both on the same level, but Withheld is significantly ahead of Cadis. Withheld is on the top of the ship. Cadis is down in... What area do you call it? The galley?
The galley.
Okay. Cadis is in the galley. Or is it the ship dungeon?
That would be the brig, and no, I don't think they're in the brig.
Yeah, there aren't very many iron bars. Okay. The hold? Could it be the hold?
I mean, yeah, the hold is the entire entire interior.
Okay. I don't know pirate ship terms.
Withheld managed to push the box. Good job, Withheld.
Uh-oh, and it is boss time, the Pincater. What
Last
a
time
name.
with no magic and the door closed.
So, Dr. V corrects me and states that it's the hold because the galley is the kitchen. I stand
I
corrected.
mean, you could cook something in there. There's a lot of wooden boxes. Just light them on fire. I'm sure there's something.
Yeah, that
And
will just
in
light
there.
the entire boat on fire, bro. I'm just
There,
sure
the
it'll work out.
whole boat is the galley now. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What happened? That
This-
might be the RTMP server, because they both stopped at the same time.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kusogrande, where we yell at ISPs. Dangle ISP, we do not specify which ISP to yell at when it comes to
We've got a withheld back.
GDQ. No, all ISPs, just yell at them.
I think it's coming back.
Yep.
If you just try to
We'll go
reload
back.
their streams.
Yep, they're definitely back.
Okay, yeah.
Well, Withheld manages to beat the stage. Very nice. So very nice.
Cadis is up to the mini boss, so he's also making good progress.
I'm hearing controller unplug and replugging noises from withheld stream.
Oh
There must be
no!
some, issues going on. You know the Windows ba-doop, 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 ba-doop.
Boom. Yeah, I've heard plenty of that. Okay, Withheld is currently fighting the boss here.
So can you use the fancy grapple that they taught you on these Zord fights, Wizard?
No, of course not.
No fun allowed. Why is the Megazord's fist flashing at like 30 hertz? That's like some impressive flashing there.
I don't know.
I don't
Those with
know.
Awesome power
He's
Tells
strong.
tells Withheld to defeat them.
Erupting burning finger?
Could be.
The music in the level select is so intense. Hello? I heard a phone. Was that from the game?
No,
Was it Railcoon?
it's Railcoon.
Railcoon? Tell your mom that that you put the cereal first, okay? Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. I forgot to move the phone out of the room first.
Okay. We were gonna say somebody really wants these Power Rangers to come help.
Rangers, you must pick up the milk.
The phone, the volume was down, I just didn't move it out of the room.
Do you think the Power Rangers officially call it milk or milk?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they fight against the milk. That's the most important thing. Well, okay, Withheld is one stage ahead of Cadis. Let's get back to the game. Withheld currently on stage 4, I believe, and Cadis on 3. It's
Yep.
still possible that Cadis could catch up, though.
Yeah, Withheld just enjoyed losing a whole bunch of lives due to hopping on rocks.
Oh, those rocks. You know, platforming when... I don't know. Platforming on the PS1 was special. And often it was more an approximate art than an exact science.
Agreed.
There's another death for Withheld. Cadis currently has 6 lives, so I think this boss is going to go pretty well for him.
Do you just love inflicting commentators' curse, bro?
I
Yep.
think he does. I think he tries to do it on purpose.
It's not real. It's not real, okay? You're all full of superstitions.
Oh no, Kate has to learn how to push the box.
Oh, Kate has to figure out... Oh, that works.
Kate has the right
Oh.
idea, just how do you do it?
There you go.
There we go. Just gotta... I'm glad it slides to the right just to get in the right place there. Thank you, box.
Imagine if you could push it too far.
Like, well... Guess we gotta do the level over again.
Oh, that would be awful.
Yeah, it would be.
Cry for days. But luckily we don't have to cry at all because it looks like Cadis is doing pretty well against the boss. He had a couple of the ground pounds and that made the first half of the boss's health go down extremely fast.
Pretty
Did
well.
the boss just
then
like
dies.
breakdance at him at high speed?
I mean, it is a crab.
It's Pincater. What a crappy name.
More like a crabby name.
Oh my gosh. Wow. So yes, welcome everybody. Neither of these players have played this game before. They're just having to get dumped into a situation where they figure out what they can in the course of an hour. And it's strange because some people just have a natural ability to do that. I have no idea why. I don't. Unless it's a puzzle game. Railgun, I'm really good at playing random puzzle games for some reason.
Are you?
Yeah. It's fact. It's true fact. Wizard, are there any games that you tend to do a little bit better with, personally?
You mean just like if thrown in a room and said, "Here, play this game"?
Yes.
No,
Uh-oh.
I'm not especially good or especially bad at any games. I just do the best with what I've got.
Okay. See, I know what I like. No, I'm good at slide puzzles, Essentia. You are lying. Why would you share these lies with people? I won that match, okay? I want you to know.
You're sounding a little defensive there, Brasentia.
I won!
Level is just
Took
eating through all
first
of the Held's
place.
lives.
This deep water is pretty rude.
I mean, it was 50 minutes of cutscenes and then 10 minutes of slide puzzles.
I do like that Withheld just inherently distrusts the camera and keeps trying to walk behind things, just assuming the camera is making it so you can't see it. It's probably a good tactic for games like this.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I wouldn't trust this game. I know how developers like to hide things and make you go looking. I'm not sure if the developers really had that focus for this game, though. But this level design is actually kind of fun. Like, you're in some mushroom land. Did they shrink you down?
No, just everything's huge.
Oh, okay. You're in giant land. Looks like Cadus is having a hard time with these jumps as well. Not surprising. Because 3D platforming in the PS1 era was never good. Never at all. Okay, there we go. Cadus is starting to get some of these jumps, unfortunately, just due to the strange angle. Oh, so many deaths. That was like 2 continues so far. And there are fountains? Oh no.
Yep.
This is so rude.
Yep.
Yeah, Withheld struggled here for a bit as well.
Oh, good job, Withheld. You found one of these 7 artifacts. You get all 7, you unlock the Quantum Ranger.
What?
Who just has perfect stats and everything.
Oh. Well, good.
Oh, if you fall in the last one, you go all the way back to the start?
No!
Yeah.
Oh my
No!
god.
No! Show Cadus mercy, video game.
I do like that Kate is, like, falling through the sides of these stones, because the hitbox doesn't seem to match quite. Like that, yeah.
I'm taking a look at this company
Yep, just gone.
that worked on this. They're the Climax Group. They were the ones who developed this, and it doesn't look like they actually developed anything that would really be considered great. They did make a Robot Wars game, which I think I played when I was younger. The Italian Job, they did versions of Disney's Lilo and Stitch 2, as well as Disney's Herbie Fully Loaded. and I'm pretty sure that was not exactly the best game in the world. However, it was published by THQ, and THQ maybe put out a few better games than this.
I mean, they ended up declaring bankruptcy and then being bought out and having their name reused for another company. So sure.
Uh-oh. The screaming with every hit in this. Oh my gosh. Okay, calm down, Withheld. It looks like Cadis is unfortunately not able to go back to level 3. Oh, this is bad. Wizard, would you be able to look at
the last
Kate's
level?
Yeah, thank you for talking to Kate right now, because this may end up being a situation where Kate just has to go back and play the previous level before. Ooh, that is rough. Well, right now Withheld is on the boss of Stage 4, managing to finish it and moving on to Stage 5. So, yeah, it looks like we have run into a difficulty. Actually, he's going to have to start back on level 2.
Oh, really?
Right, Wizard. Yes. Yeah, that is an unfortunate thing. It's always, like, I was thinking that you would have unlimited continues, and that if you ran out of continues, you just went back to level select. I guess the save function actually was important.
I operate under the assumption that you're saving all the time, because the entire benefit is that if you run out of continues, you load up and go back to level select.
Oh yeah, if you don't get guidance when it comes to a game that's coming out, that is a little bit rough. Okay, it looks like Withheld is getting into Stage 5.
I think Cadis is absolutely furious with me for not saying you must save after every level.
He seems slightly upset, yes.
Yeah, I would say so. Okay, it looks like Cadis is hurrying and fighting the boss of this stage. Hopefully just being able to cream out the boss will make it so that he can get popped back up. Yeah, I'm actually really interested in seeing what this does, Royal Blue Wizard. In general, I recommend if there's a save function, use it. If there is not a save function, then you can't use it.
I mean, I would mention if the save was problematic, but kind of made sense to me that you should always save.
Oh yeah. Okay, Cadis is done in the boss for Stage 2. Let's see if this opens up Stage 3. And yes, this is a blind Bad Games tournament. Whenever you have the possibility to save, you should be saving. It looks like Cadis is doing level 3 training. I think this should be doable to get back in this.
Silver Sencha, why don't you remind people what they have to do to get a victory in these matches?
Sure. So the goal is to make as much progress as possible. You want to make sure that you are able to get into the match and get as far as possible. You don't know how far the other person has gotten. but whoever makes the most progress in this match takes the victory. Now, one of those things, we've actually seen it happen quite a bit before. There have been save functions and people didn't use them. There have been passwords that people haven't written down and ended up being important. It's important for them to pay attention to the different mechanics that show up and make sure that they are using them. Okay, Cadus is going to have to play the whole level 3 again. He knows what to do, though, so it's not going to take nearly as long.
That's true.
And remember, both of the players get the same guidance on this. I know that Cadus is frustrated that we didn't tell him exactly how the save mechanic works, but at the same time, if you see a save mechanic, you should be paying attention and thinking, if I don't save, could I possibly lose all of the progress that I've done? And both Withheld and Cadus had the same information for that. Okay, so Withheld is currently on stage 5 and just fell into the drink.
Again.
And again.
Well, it's good water, you know? Gotta bathe a little bit.
Is it good water? It takes away a life entirely. Or did the Power Rangers just not know how to swim?
Swimming is for clearly the aquatic team of Power Rangers. And these are the Time Force Power Rangers, so swimming is not for them.
This is a blind race download failed, and so neither of them have touched it before.
What if they can't swim and it's toxic, clear blue water?
Oh no.
Then the EPA needs to start doing its job.
Maybe one of these days. Maybe one of these days. Okay. Withheld is going on a boat ride. JK.
Short boat ride.
What is this?
Very short boat ride.
Oh.
Oh no. It's Lagoon, the water is muddy, says somebody in chat.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It all makes sense. Well, Withheld seems very confounded by these boats.
I can't necessarily blame her. Like, I'm thinking, if you see a boat that just floats into somewhere, I thought she might have to go down and platform across a series of boats. That might be coming up later on in the level, I don't know. But that would have been my first thought, and so I probably would have made the same mistake there and taken some deaths. Turns out that no, she just need to backtrack a little bit and then get up to higher ground.
So, why do the enemies have chicken suits on?
Aspect of the time period, clearly.
I mean, I could kind of understand the cowboys. You know, they're in the Wild West, but what time period are they where there's just people walking around in chicken suits?
Middle Ages. Look, we've got a castle. People, you know, they were violent times back then, Railcoon, and these traps are for fried chicken, actually. They would regularly bring the fried chicken up to the top of the walls and just grill it. I mean, I guess it's not fried if you grill it. You could fry and grill it, you know? That's why they had the boiling oil up there.
I mean, if they fall into the muddy water and then get cooked, does that count as frying it?
I guess so.
Mud fried chicken. Sounds delicious.
That's it?
Maybe in Utah.
No. Oh my gosh. Wow. Really taking this personally, aren't you? Let me see. I'm taking a look. The executive executive producer, sorry, of this video game worked on other fantastic classics such as Rugrats Go Wild, Rugrats I Gotta Go Party, Rugrats Munchin Land, the Wild Thornberries movie, the video game, Rugrats Castle Capers, Rugrats Totally Angelica. How many Rugrats games did they work on? Oh my gosh.
Too many. Way
Sounds
too
like just a bunch of Nickelodeon games, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. They did work on Jimmy Neutron. Was Jimmy Neutron Disney? Or
No, that was also Nickelodeon.
and they got a special thanks in Star Wars Yoda Stories, my favorite. Well, good. I'm glad. You know what? One of the producers for this game actually was a producer for Heavy Rain. And I can see the resemblance. You know, this has muddy water, and muddy water is naturally heavy.
I was gonna question how you see the resemblance, but you know, I guess we'll just say that's fine.
The first
Okay.
Red Ranger was named Jason, and you have to call for Jason in Heavy Rain. Clearly there's a connection.
I'm getting it. And also, she keeps saying she's got to be more careful, you know, which is exactly what you need to do in Heavy Rain. Because if you don't, your son dies.
So, Withheld hit a switch, and then backtracked, and then suddenly there's a boss in room that we've already gone through.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, that's nice.
Withheld hit the switch and a door opened, but that door opening apparently doesn't matter. Is what I'm getting here.
Oh, boy.
That was only the mid-boss after
Oh,
all.
it's a mini boss. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna be very confused if that was the actual boss of the level.
You know, I love that Withheld has only gone 2 minutes and 10 seconds over the time limit.
I mean, picking up the time pickups is really good for that.
Oh, I see. Each one of these, like, ballista that are triggering is making that gate come down a little bit more.
Uh-oh.
So it's like the force field.
I mean, the mechanic worked so well the first time, why not do it again?
Okay. Here's Cadus going through the platforming. Again, these islands are definitely pretty terrible. Oh, missing that jump. And we are down to just 6 minutes left. So at this point, Withheld is about 2 levels ahead of Cadus. I do not see things changing.
I don't either, but
Is that a
I'm not gonna
platform?
give it out yet.
Yeah, I can fully understand Withheld pausing there. Like, is that something you're able to jump on, kind of thing?
Oh, yeah. Oh, this platforming is just terrible when you only have 8 directions in a 3D universe. It's very difficult to actually get where you're going. And there we go, another death. 0% surprised. Yeah, Withheld is in negative time, but it really doesn't matter unless you want to extend your life bar. Which, honestly, from what I've been seeing, that really doesn't matter too much. If I were a person jumping into this, I probably would be a little bit more stressed about that until I got, I don't know, halfway through my time and saw that really everything's dealing about the same damage. Hey, Cadus has made it through the platforming section.
Good job, Cadus.
Very nice.
So what is Withheld missing here?
She has to find another path to get to the ballista on the far right.
Yeah.
Aha.
Do not ask me where that is, because navigating this level, I lost all sense of where anything was very quickly.
Yeah, I can see that. This level's a little confusing. There we go. Withheld is on a boat.
I think this is a boat that Withheld was on before, though.
I think it's the murder boat. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yep, it was murder boat.
And that's the game over.
Oh no, you failed to defeat Rancic and his criminals. Sad day, everybody. Is this like a first playthrough? Yeah, essentially it is. This is the first time they've seen the game, and they're trying to make as much progress in an hour. Now, Withheld has made it 2 levels past where Cadus is right now.
But that should reset Withheld's progress on that level, right?
Yep.
Yeah, as long as Withheld has been saving, which it appears that she has.
Well, we've got 3 minutes left, so...
And of course, it saves your number of credits, so just to add insult to injury.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
No, that is rude. Why would it do that?
Because this game is rude, bro.
It is. That's... Oh, how evil. Absolutely evil.
I get the distinct feeling that Cadus is probably going to try to murder me after this.
You know, that's why we recommend you give a fake name and a fake address.
Ah, shoot, I missed that memo.
Well, too bad.
Oh my god,
Too late
that
to apply
combo.
for GM protection.
Did you see Kate just get comboed by those enemies?
Yep.
That was a full health bar.
Oh, no.
Well, Kate didn't get any life extensions either, so that small boost in life probably helped Withheld not die from one combo.
Oh, yeah, that's 2 game overs on the same level for Cadus at this point.
Yeah, Withheld's back in the level, but all the progress on lowering that gate has been reset.
Yep.
Yeah, this is not exactly the most friendly when it comes to actually making progress. At least Withheld sort of knows where she needs to go in order to get the gate lowered again. But with 1 minute and 15 seconds left, I don't think that matters too much. You know what? No, we like seeing an hour of games. We're going the full hour because we're this close. If we had like 5 minutes left, I don't know.
It's also just easier for the next people because sometimes they get up because they have a time where they're expecting to start. So if we call the first match too early, the next people might not be ready yet, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, go ahead and justify the pain that we make them feel.
Hey, I'm a tournament organizer. I can justify that stuff all day.
Oh, good.
Withheld just got kicked off the ledge into the water by one of the chickens.
Oh. Oh, those chickens. Why would they do that? Okay, we are just about there at time. It looks like we have our tech typing it out, and there we go. That is the hour.
Well done, Ranger. Alright, so if any of you never hear from me again, it's because Cadus finally exacted his revenge.
As it turns out, Withheld made a significant amount of progress there, managing to make it about 2 levels ahead of Cadus. Cadus, unfortunately, had a pretty nasty snafu with the save system. I don't know if that would have made too much of a difference due to the multiple game overs there on that stage anyway. Withheld just managed to power through and not take a game over until that weird castle stage.
Hello.
Hello there, Withheld. Welcome.
That was quite the game.
Yeah, what did you think?
So, I think I kind of liked it, but it was very infuriating. Stage 4 is like, that just almost pushed me over the edge. I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, it was a pretty fun game. It was like a kind of beat 'em up exploratory game, which was kind of popular around that time.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah. So it's like, it was fun. The beat 'em up mechanics were pretty bad, pretty basic, but you know,
Yeah.
you can't
I mean,
expect too much.
X to attack, circle to attack. Did you notice if they did anything else if you push them at the same time?
I haven't noticed anything special
Okay.
like that.
Okay, gotcha. Seriously though, I when I tested this game a little bit playing it, it really felt enjoyable. I had a blast playing this. You know, it's not a good game by any means, but it
I-
still is fun.
It is. I enjoyed trying to make my way throughout the level and trying to find ways to cheese my enemies and trying to jump. Jumping is quite the
Trying to
challenge.
jump. Oh, I love it. Trying to jump. Oh my gosh, especially the stage with the islands.
Oh, no.
So, what did you think of the chicken enemies in that last stage?
The chicken enemies?
Yeah, they had like rooster heads on.
Oh, they're just like any other enemies, in my opinion. Like, all the enemies were pretty much the exact same to me. They just maybe said different things.
I think the most important question is, did you learn to be more careful?
I learned to be more careful, yes.
Because she was really adamant about being more careful. Well, good. Now, Withheld, you've been choosing games for the other tournament, the one that we have going on at my channel. And I know that you've been sticking with some very interesting games. This is nothing like what you would normally pick. I feel this is completely out of the realm of what you normally do.
Well, I have played games like this as a kid. Like, this game reminded me a lot of, like, Ninja Shadow of Darkness for the PlayStation. And I loved that game as a kid.
Ooh, yeah, I don't think I ever played that, but that
I-
would be a blast.
Yeah, I think it was actually in one of the Kusograndes. Like, I
Oh
had
my
it
gosh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Shadow of Darkness.
because I was personally thinking about choosing that game, and it's like, well, it's been done before.
That's
People
right.
know
We
of
did
it.
have Zaire and Zembar go up against each other back last year in that game. I actually had never seen it. You're right. It does. Actually, that game feels deeper than the Power Rangers game. I'm going to be fair.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah, but you're right. It has a lot of the same feel. I don't know. There's just a charm for janky PS1 games. Stuff that I like when it comes to those, you know?
I can always get behind some janky PS1.
So I appreciate you playing this. Cadus, thank you again for jumping in. Generally, he doesn't jump into the voice, so we're just going to go ahead and represent his thoughts. Wizard! Ugh. But yeah, he is eliminated, but he did a fantastic job here, even if that save system ended up being kind of a jerk there.
It was a bit of a joke, yes. It's. I know I made a safety save like after the first stage because I didn't know like what the continue system would be, and then it's like, oh, I have 5 credits. That's gonna be no problem. And then I
Yeah.
get to stage 4, and then it's like, oh, hey, I found a save. I got through it.
I'm glad you saved. Good, good. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and
We-
throw it back over to Railcoon.
Yeah, I was just about to ask if you guys had any final thoughts. So, any final thoughts withheld before we transition out?
I would definitely be more careful.
Thank you for that. All right, everyone. Welcome back to the Kusogrande Invitational. We've got a new match coming up for you guys, and a new GM here talking with us. Tina, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm really excited for the game that's coming up.
But before we talk too much about that game, just want to remind people about dates. We have the schedule for SGDQ coming out on the 14th. I said the 15th earlier. That was my mistake. It's going to be coming out on the 14th. The volunteer schedule will be on the 30th. And the next show after this one is going to be on Monday. If you want to see any of the dates for SGDQ coming up, you can check out gamesdonequick.com where they're all posted. But so why is this have you so excited?
Well,
Yeah.
so I'm here largely because Brosinch is very shy. As everybody knows, Brosinch doesn't like having people watch him or be the source of attention.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I'm here as a co-commentator for one of Brosinch's picks, and
Yes.
Brosinch always picks really good games.
I like my games. They make me happy, Tina. And we decided to go with an old NES classic, Star Wars from Namco. That's right. That looks like it's all right. We had some technical difficulties. We'll get everything looking fantastic for y'all in a second. So Star Wars from Namco is famous in that Darth Vader is not all that he seems to appear to be. I don't want to spoil too much for you, you know. We're going to get to see some of the best parts of this in just a little bit. But
My understanding is that this is faithful to the original vision for the movie. It includes all the stuff that was cut out.
Yeah, that sounds about
really?
right.
But the characters are not the strange versions of themselves, it doesn't look like.
You know what? Luke is doing just fine here. He's got great black hair. You know, he got it dyed. It's his emo phase that he's going through.
Yeah, I just remember that the character designs were drastically different in that version of Star Wars as well.
And
So it's
yeah,
the story, but with the final character designs, I guess.
maybe they were like the prototype designs. I'm just letting them know, by the way, to get ready by their consoles, by their computers, and get hyped for some Star Wars. You know, who's your favorite Star Wars character? Railcoon?
I have to say Chewie. I've always been a fan of the Chewbacca. Can you do a Chewbacca percent at all?
You know,
I'm
it
gonna put
either
that-
comes
I'm gonna
out
put
great
that
or
pressure on
terrible.
you.
Let's go ahead and try. Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
That's
It
pretty
was
good.
alright.
I think that's clip worthy.
That wasn't. Yeah, I'll go ahead and say that was pretty good.
The only Star Wars impression I can do you don't want to hear because it's Jar Jar. What about you, Brasentia? Who's your favorite character?
I'm trying to think. Who is my favorite? You know, I'm a bit like Lando is pretty fantastic. I really enjoy Lando. He's a good guy. Oh, who else? Who else? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Not Anakin. He's dumb. Anakin's dumb. Jar Jar's dumb. No, objectively, C3PO might actually be the best though. Like because he stays pretty good the entire time.
I mean, I just don't consider the prequel trilogy to be Star Wars, so
Yeah, the prequels are, you know what? Episode 3 was actually okay. Episode 2 and 1 we sort of pretend those don't exist, you know.
so we are having some slight technical issues we're trying to resolve, so we're just hanging out here. Percentia, why don't you tell us more about Kusogrande? Like, so we know that it's bad game tournament,
Yes.
and players are competing to try and get as far as they can. But what made you start Kusogrande?
So one day I was sitting at home on the computer, and I was like, I'm bored. And I really want to laugh at some people playing bad video games. Then I thought, I don't want to play these games for people. I want them to play for me. So in about 15 minutes, I put together a submission form for people to come play my bad video games. And then some people joined for some reason. There were about, I think, 60 people who joined that year. And we're like, okay, make me suffer. And I'm like, okay, I can do that for you. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. We're going to do this. And that's how Kusogrande was created, just based off of me wanting to make people suffer and laughing at them.
That sounds really terrible when you put it that way.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly the purest of intentions, but it's 100% accurate. So yeah, now, well, it sounds like we are doing a quick check right here.
Yeah, if the players are ready, then we're good to start, is what we just got told. So we just gotta make sure the players are ready here, and then we should be able to get started for you guys.
Okay, everybody, by the way, ready up all of your Star Wars related emotes. I have no idea what those would be. If you have ugly green guys, that works. Stars?
If any laser emotes, those are pretty popular. Like
lasers are good. Yeah. Because I am doing the countdown in Discord now, and during the countdown, spam those emotes. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, there we go. We've got some beautiful emotes. Wait, somebody actually had a Jar Jar emote?
Oh yeah, there is a Jar Jar emote.
Oh, I'm so offended. Luke, help me. We've been captured by the Empire. Diddle dangle Empire, So
right.
There we go. R2 is captured.
So, what's so different about this game from the other Star Wars Nintendo game that people know?
The other Star Wars Nintendo game actually follows the story. Oh, we have our first death on Meekin's side, by the way.
So how many hit points do you get per life in this game?
None.
Oh. So anything touching you is death.
Oh yeah. It's like you're playing
fun.
sudden death the entire time with this game. Luke is... I don't know, at this point in the movie, Luke is just really whiny, and they wanted to get that across. There goes Kowal.
Why does Luke have his lightsaber already?
It's complicated. Okay, and here we go.
The only way that we're going to know for sure that this is definitely 100% Star Wars is by having a lightsaber.
And there we go. We've got Darth Vader on Meekin's side, but Koala is moving on to fight. I am Sasori Vader. Uh-oh. I have your friend here. Watch out, Sasori Vader. Oh, Sasori Vader just killed Koala.
Did you see the special arrangements they had to make for this game and continues for Sunshine?
Yeah, so what you have to do in order to continue is when you die and the game over screen appears with Vader's head on it, hold up and press A 8 times. And the continue only works twice. Oh yeah, we've already had 2 game overs. We're 2 minutes in.
This looks like it's going to be a fantastic Kusogrande game.
Now,
it's very fair.
For Kusogrande, the players have never played the game before.
What did Meekin just do?
You have force powers in this game, so you can actually speed yourself up, make yourself better at jumping. You can even levitate. There.
Things.
Oh, Kowal, death and gathering an item at the same time, always hard. Okay, Meekin is moving on. It looks like he's going to go over and get the extra life at the left, though. Very nice. Okay, and Meekin is on to Saucity Vader. If he can get one hit in, he's going to move into the lead at this point. Here we go.
Why is it Kusogrande Vader?
It's
You'll see.
okay. He's gotten some laser hits in. There we go. His true form. This is what Vader looks like when he's when he has to undress and go to bed. Oh boy.
He's more scorpion than man at this point.
It's kind of true, you know? Vader has changed a lot. This looks a lot like Anakin Skywalker, though, and both of them have completed it. Let's see who makes a mistake. Both of them did good. The thing is, if you do not attack the lightning, it kills you.
Oh my god, that's a parentheses. I thought it was a C, and it was like, thank you. I was like, what?
Thank you. That's how I talk. Yeah, this is really close right now. Both of them going on to the next level. I love it. This section is a little bit hard, so what we have is both players go into space. They're going to be flying around, talking to Obi-Wan, I guess. I'm Obi-Wan. I'm being held. I've being held on Kess. I've being held there before as well, Tina.
Have you?
Yeah. It's a good place.
Not so good that they didn't have to hold you there, though.
Well, yeah, okay. I did want to leave after a little while. The food just is very samey on Kess. And it looks like Meekin has made it to the planet while Wall gets a game over, but manages to input the code correctly to get the continue. So there we go. Meekin is on to Kessel, the mountain planet, and Kowal moving there right away as well. Now, this part is a little bit difficult. As you notice, some of the platforms are very small, and it's a vertical scrolling section. And, you know, if you're wondering if it goes up but not back down, you're totally correct.
I have an important question for Sunshot.
Yes, Railkun.
Why are there pharaoh heads on the platform blocks?
It's the mountain planet, you know? Pharaoh... Important for ancient
Pharaoh
Star
of the
Wars
mountain
stuff.
planet is what you're saying.
Yeah, Luke is trying to become the pharaoh of the mountain planet. I don't know.
That makes sense. I have no further questions about that topic.
Okay. Yeah, this climb actually was one of the determining factors for the original Kusogrande match. However, they did not have continues when we originally did it. So, honestly, we saw a lot of the first level and a lot of Saucity Vader.
So I'm noticing something as I'm watching both of these competitors play this game. It looks like these controls are extremely slippery.
Yeah, that's one issue with this game. Looks like Kowal is game over again. It's very easy to slide into enemies and pits, and if you do, you know, you're just dead. Because one hit equals death. The thing is, combining one-hit deaths with slippery controls is one of those kind of inexcusable things that happen on the NES quite a bit.
Is it up to jump?
No.
Oh, this
Thank
is a bad
goodness.
game.
Imagine if we had the trifecta of slippery controls, one-hit deaths, and up to jump.
Oh my gosh. Well, we have some games like that. Honestly, I love this game. It's very brutal, but the music is very faithful to the original game. Maybe the gameplay isn't, but the music's good. Meekin is trying to figure out what to do here. Ooh, that was a difficult jump due to the spikes, but here we go. Stormtrooper showing up on Meekin's screen. Now, I believe there's going to be another Darth Vader here, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe not yet. In a little bit. Okay, Kowal is already back to Saucity Vader. Honestly, the early levels, once you get the hang of them, they're pretty quick to complete. And there we go, Kowal on to Saucity Vader Phase 2.
I love the scorpions, like, the mouth opening and closing as part of the walk cycle is such a good touch.
Oh yeah. Thank you for saving us. Aw, they're so happy.
Has Qual discovered the force menu yet? I haven't seen him open it yet.
I don't think so. So here's the deal. We didn't actually tell them any of the controls, as is sometimes common with Kusogrande. We just decided to give them the game. This is like if you went to your grandma's house, picked up a game that she had lying there. Oh, hey, it's Star Wars. And then stuck it in the NES and decided to try playing it. That's the experience that they have right now. So Meekin knows about the force menu. Kowal, I believe, does not.
So you're saying it's like when the one relative knows that you play video games and picks up a video game for you at the flea market, and there's no manual or anything that comes with it.
Yep. Like if you rented it from Radio Shack, which for some reason my Radio Shack back in my hometown rented video games. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the late 80s and early 90s were kind of wild. Hey, I'm glad to see that Kowal is back onto this planet. It looks like Meekin is fighting the next Vader. Oh, Gauss Vader, yeah. So, just so everybody knows, I'm Brosentia, and Tina Hax is here with me, although her name appears very wizard-like right now. That's okay, Tina.
I'm cosplaying as Royal Blue Wizard right now, which seems fine.
My bad, I thought I changed that. There we go, you're Tina Hax.
There we go, Tina. You've changed.
Much like Vader, my true form is now revealed.
Oh, no! Oh,
You're saying that Royal Blue Wizard was a ruse the entire time? It was you?
It was me all along.
Well, glad to hear it, Tina.
Oh, this boss does not look okay to fight with this.
No, it's not
control
exactly acceptable.
The fact that ducking seems to effectively dodge the hitbox 100% of the time, though, is pretty good.
Yeah, and I think Meekin has actually gotten through the boss.
Looks like it.
Meekin does not trust going back down the ladder.
I also wouldn't
I
trust
appreciate that lack of trust.
Okay, here we go. Meekin doing the descent here. And I'm guessing Meekin is going to need to go through this ladder right here in the middle of the room. Ooh, ducking under the flame. Very important. You don't want to catch on fire as Luke Skywalker. I mean, that happened to your uncle and aunt. You don't want it happening to you.
Yeah, it's probably really bad for your health overall.
It's very bad.
I think he needs to go back to the previous screen where there were some breakable blocks leading to a ladder.
There were, yes. It looks like Koala is starting to catch up quite quickly as well. This is looking great.
Oh, that does not look pleasant.
Oh, this looks like a
Yeah.
great... Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Small death. Not a big deal. You know, with all of
is
the
this
force
possible
power...
without knowing about your levitation force power?
Probably not. Gotta figure it out. You know, you've got all these symbols. One of them is what you need.
It looks like there's like force lightning. He's already figured out what the laser does. There was a feather. I'm assuming that's the levitation one he wants.
I think so, yeah. Okay. There we go. It looks like Meekin has figured it out and may have soft locked. Yeah, this could be a soft lock.
Oh no.
Proceed,
Oh,
what
no.
have you done?
Oh, I love this game.
Why would you do this to your friends?
Use
This is what friends are all about, you know? Oh.
Okay, there's force speed. Does not help. It doesn't look like.
So let's see, if Meekin is not able to get out of this, he will need to take a reset and start the game over.
Yeah, it looks like a soft lock.
Wow, what a good game!
What a quality video game.
And there we go, Meekin starting over. So, just so everybody knows, with Kusogrande, we do not consider soft locks necessarily something that is going to, disqualify the match. It's not going to end up disqualifying the game. If you run into a soft lock, most of the time you just need to get caught back up. Now, Meekin has already learned the first couple stages very well and should be able to get back to this spot pretty darn quickly.
Gosh, if softlocks disqualified a given game, I think that at least 50% of the software we give out would no longer be allowed to.
Yeah, we
to
wouldn't really have a tournament. We'd be like, well.
From what I've seen, it's if a soft lock is very common and it would prevent progression, the GM seems to try and figure out how to prevent it. But otherwise, if you can avoid it, then they just don't say anything.
Yeah, and this one is definitely one of those that you can see how it happened. I honestly didn't know there was a soft lock there. But...
No, I'm not surprised to find out that you can clip into ceiling and floor blocks, though. Bummer that it's not a zip. That would be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Now Koala's back here, and Koala, opened up the menu.
We figured it out. Okay.
Trying to use his friends. Yeah, his friends don't want to talk to you. Wow. That's because you're a giant jerk, Luke.
Okay, the question is, the levitation seemed to use a lot of force power. What happens if Koal uses all of his force power trying everything except for the levitate, and that doesn't have enough? Well, what did he just do?
He just teleported back down,
Oh yeah, this is earlier in the level. I guess if Meekin had enough force, he could have done that, but he didn't have enough to use it.
This is
That's
a
probably
good game.
because he'll get force from killing his enemies. So
or
he'll
he'll
be able
get
to go through
dead.
all the options.
I mean, they're also game overs. I like the giant diamond that pops up when you kill Sausage Vader, and Meekin didn't know about the lightning!
He attacked it last time.
Yeah, he attacked it last time, but didn't realize that it was required. Oh, do the players have public streams? Thank you for asking, by the way. Yes. Twitch.tv/Koalazy for Koal, and then twitch.tv/Meekinsbox for Meekin.
But they are not currently streaming to those streams. They're streaming to our RTMP server, so we can give a pretty good sync and stream quality for you guys.
Wow, there are some people in chat who think this game is too brutal.
Oh, this
game is... Yeah, this is like a 5 out of 10 for some of the games that we've given out.
Oh yeah, this game is great.
These players have a continue function that works sometimes. That's quite kind.
I'm still pretty new to Kusogrande, and this isn't even the worst I've seen yet, so...
So, Railcoon, by the way, is sitting here and chatting with us a little bit. Railcoon has been the main GDQ staff who has been helping to organize. Railcoon is the face of the GDQ side, I suppose.
I mean, you gotta give some credit to the person running production as well.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Yeah, do you want to give her thanks, Railcoon?
Yeah, we got Muffin sitting over running the stream. She talks in chat every once in a while, giving her opinion when it's important.
Oh yeah.
Usually about the only the most important things.
And Muffins has been fantastic to work with. She's been having a blast just playing with some of the graphics, putting cheese up, because everybody loves cheese.
Queso Grande.
Oh yeah.
Well, for example, when we did the Super Metroid anniversary, she was giving her opinion on the MS Paint image that was made.
Perfect.
I really enjoyed the force floating of that cheese across the screen.
Right. Force cheese. It's a powerful force power.
If you want memes, you're in good hands with Muffins.
Oh yeah. Okay, Meekin, by the way, is starting to get caught up. I would say that Meekin is still in the lead due to having broken some of the blocks in the direction of the ladder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Meekin definitely
progressed
soft locked closest to his next friend.
Soft lock closest. That's nice.
Oh my god. If it comes down to who soft locked closer, like progress further with their soft lock, that would be amazing.
I mean, to tell
Weirder
the truth,
things have happened.
well, no, I'm thinking of the match when we had Swamp Thing, because essentially we got a soft lock and we had to decide it by 1 pixel. Who was further into the soft lock? I'm not sure if it was actually a soft lock, but there was something weird. Ah, well, here we go. It looks like Meekins is back to Gauss Vader. It's a scary name, you know?
It is, and it really looks like the human Vader form of this boss is the most dangerous part.
Yeah, honestly, what, you can DAC, or DAC? You can DAC underneath everything.
The enemy.
Come on, Tina, why don't you go ahead and DAC under it?
Well, because I'm not playing, thank God.
Oh, okay. Ridley Vader. Yeah, there we go. We've got some...
Yeah, this is pretty much a super deformed Ridley.
I don't think getting grabbed by Ridley at the end of the fight is going to save time, though.
Oh yeah, probably not. What with the one-hit kill thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because maybe Ridley Vader is in the 0 HP and now needs to try and grab you 20 times part?
Maybe. Yeah. So I'm trying to find a little bit of the story here. The game is a side-scrolling platformer that has Luke begin his travels on Tatooine, while Luke eventually travels to the Death Star and Yavin 4. He travels to other planets such as Kessel, Iskalon, and Hoth to rescue his imprisoned friends before he flies his X-Wing fighter during the final Death Star trench run. Along the way, he fights against Tusken Raiders, Stormtroopers, Boba Fett, and rides in vehicles such as a land speeder or a whale.
Vehicles such as a whale.
Yeah! I don't know if we're gonna see that, but that'll be good. So the thing is, these are not real Darth Vaders that you're fighting throughout here. These are look-alike Darth Vaders. And you get scorpions, pterodactyls, sharks, and more, according to this page.
Watching Meekins take this as slow as possible is real good.
Oh yeah. Okay, there we go. Slow.
Oh yeah, that seems way better
Oh!
than going for the ladder anyway.
And there we go. Is that Obi-Wan? Aw. They're a cute couple.
Oh, whenever you're in need, just call on Obi-Wan.
Ring, ring, Obi-Wan. And there we go. Meekin is moving on, having rescued Obi-Wan and taking a death on the spike. Oh, what a video game. Oh no! It looks like Meekin has made
Can you make that
progress.
jump without the land speeder?
You might be able to float. Oh
Okay,
my
that's
gosh!
really close.
That's a very difficult jump. I'm so stressed. Well, yeah, no land speeder
Oh,
anymore.
right into the bat.
Yeah, gonna be honest, this doesn't look like it's super great without a land speeder.
Yeah, those the Kessel keys. The keys on
keys.
Kessel. Yeah. Pretty dang good. So this was made, and as far as I know, developed by Namco. You know, it's pretty huge that they had this game up by this company, you know. The other NES Star Wars game, I actually prefer this one personally. It's much less accurate and it's much less playable, but it's got a charm to it. The other one follows the main story and has enough problems as well. Uh-oh.
Oh gosh,
I
Meekins
thought
is just
Meekin was
trying
gonna
to soft lock
himself.
Meekin, no soft lock. Don't soft lock yourself. Oh, he really wants that one up. I think that's a good idea.
He actually got on the block, and I thought he'd actually
I was
himself again.
absolutely certain that that was a soft lock already.
Don't soft lock. Oh.
Oh wow, how absolutely convenient that the Millennium Falcon was just parked outside.
You know, that's probably where I would put it.
This is
Tell you
As
what.
opposed to
Being
inside,
held
yeah,
on
that's
this
fair.
So the plot of this game is everybody was kidnapped.
Yeah, and
Yes.
taken to different planets. They're like, we're gonna keep y'all separated. Not
It
even.
started with R2-D2 being carried off, then Obi-Wan was kidnapped.
So
No.
I have something to
3PO?
reveal to you.
Oh no.
Okay. The person who did the audio for this game did the music composition for Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U.
What?
For Tekken 3, Mario Kart Arcade, it did sound for Time Crisis, Ridge Racer Evolution. Yeah, they've done quite a few games, and the music in this is great.
I mean, it's pretty much just a straight adaptation of Luke's theme over and over again.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's really all you need, right?
Has there been a different song yet, or has it just been Luke's theme?
I mean, when you die, Darth Vader makes some noises. It's almost song-like.
That could be a song.
Meekin is currently in the ocean. Fighting all the squid.
Who can
Oh,
forget
those-
this iconic scene from Star Wars?
Is this Hoth? I feel like this is Hoth.
If this was no, it
This
was like
shouldn't be Hoth.
Iskalon or something.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
this was
Iskalon.
meant to be Iskalon.
What's Iskalon?
C-3PO said, "Hi, I'm C-3PO, and I'm being held on Iskalon." I think was
Oh,
what he
okay.
said was.
But I'm just gonna put it out there that maybe Hoth is not a place that you want to go swimming at.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't know, just use Force Jacket. Create a jacket out of Force energy.
Ah, right. Force scuba gear. How could I have forgotten about that
Force
one?
scuba gear. So
I mean, they
everybody-
used that in the prequel.
Oh yeah, they kind of did. No, they stuck a little rebreather in their mouth. Just so everybody knows, by the way, this is Kusogrande. This is an invitational. We've invited 16 people to play bad video games and try to make as much progress. The goal is to make more progress than the other player. At this point, Kowal has made it to the second planet, Meekin to the third. Meekin is currently in the lead. But again, because they only have 2 continues, if Meekin gets fully game over, he will be going back to the beginning and open up the possibility that Kowal can pass this point that he's gotten to.
Yeah, and we're not even halfway through the match, so that's super, super possible. Kowal did figure out how to rescue Ben Kenobi, so this attempt, I suspect we're going to see Kowal making a bunch more progress.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Kurodo Vader. Who can forget?
Has
Kurodo Vader.
Has they continued yet? Since he just had to get back here, I don't think he has.
No, I don't believe so.
Here we go.
He's just a shark.
Yeah, Kurodo Vader
This is the same deal where the hitbox doesn't ever go down to the very bottom tile.
So, where's the
Kusori
challenge?
Vader might well be the most dangerous of all the Vaders.
It's very possible, yeah. Kessel, the mountain planet. There we go. Meekin collecting a bunch of force power, and time to save C-3PO. Aw. Thank you, Master Luke. He's so polite, you know?
Why'd you
true.
come to rescue me? Your chances were only...
They weren't very good. I'm Leia. The Empire are nearly upon us. Uh-oh. The Empire
Nearly
sure
upon
are.
us, because you definitely haven't been facing down with Vader at all.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
we're
no!
just
Uh-oh,
at the
we're
Death
going
Star
to
now?
Apparently we're going to the Death Star.
So
Oh,
at this
so this-
point, Meekins just needs to stay on target.
Well, would this be the first Death Star visit, where then you have to escape from the Death Star?
I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see, Railcoon.
Apparently
Oh,
we
no,
won't.
Meekin did have another continue. That's good.
I think he has one more still. 'Cause
Okay,
he came over and got to here without a continue, I believe.
here we go. We are going to the Death Star. The Death Star. Yeah, I know, Gabe.
Pretty straightforward.
Those looked like platforms that you could jump
I thought
on.
that was
know.
going to be a platform, especially after that ladder dropped.
Nope. Time to float up and get into this door.
Oh,
Oh, and
no.
that's a death.
He
See,
still had
Meekin-
levitation on, so he tried to jump.
He
and
tried to
just
jump.
floated.
Yeah. Unfortunately, floating is slower than jumping. It's more practical, but you know, sometimes you just need to jump.
So now the platform blocks are apparently little suns? Oh no, those are breakable.
So, what are your thoughts, by the way, of this game, Railcoon? We're half an hour in.
It's definitely a Star Wars game, and it looks like Meekin is required to have enough force to use a levitate, does he?
I mean, we'll find out.
No!
No! C-3PO says nothing. What about Obi-Wan? Obi-Wan is dumbfounded. R2-D2, no help.
Everybody has the same feelings about what's
Oh.
going on right now.
Yeah,
I like this for Meekin.
the power play here. Oh, and
Maybe that's
That's
a
not a
little
power
less.
play.
unfortunately, it's useless to have friends like these.
So the breakable blocks with the sun in them seem to be the only ones that can drop force sometimes.
I think you're right.
But it also seems random, so even if he kills like all of the ones he has available, he might not get enough.
Well, let's see what he's able to do here. Okay, clearing out a few of the suns. Okay, there's a little force. Is that going to be
Oh,
enough?
no.
Not quite. Not quite.
And he can't go back left, so he kind of just has to keep grinding for force until he has enough. This is terrible.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh, that's game over, okay.
You just have to plan ahead.
Yeah. You know, since they've all seen the game JK, they haven't seen anything. They have no idea what to expect when it comes to Star Wars. It looks like Kowal is going to try chopping through this wall. Now, Meekin has already gotten through here. Kowal having
So
a
is
bit of a
Kowal.
hard time getting that lower block. There we go. And moving into the ladder. Ladder dumps you down here. You can still get down through here. Probably going to have to use a second levitation, though, to do it. Oh, no! That was a good jump.
Yeah, I think that's how we did it last time as well.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I would die every time. Like, I know my skills.
Look, none of us are here to be good at video games. That's the competitor's job. We're here to laugh at the competitors trying to manage their way through this incredible specimen of interactive software.
I have a question for you, Mersancha.
Yes?
Where Meekin just died with the what it looked like a required levitation section was after what looked like a branching path. Do you think it's possible that was not even the correct way to go? Is it one of those games?
It's very possible. I'm actually
I hope
pulling
that's
up the FAQ right now to tell you all what GameFAQs wants you to do. Let's see. Find Obi-Wan, find Waterworld.
It's-
They call it Waterworld. Okay.
It's definitely one of those an NES game thing to have just a really difficult section You finally get through and it's just a dead end. And you can't scroll the screen backwards, so you just have to die.
As it turns out, no, you do need to levitate across a shaft without any platform. Apparently, what this recommends is re-entering rooms to kill enemies over and over if you can.
Yeah. I think when he levitated up to the ladder, there was a stormtrooper he might be able to grind on.
Yeah. So, taking a look.
Also, I've noticed something about these gun turret sections.
Yeah.
At first, the players were trying to shoot the large green things that were flying at them, because that makes sense. Where, in fact, what you need to do is turn the camera so they're not on screen anymore. Because, you know,
Okay.
that way, as long as they're not on camera, they don't exist anymore, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's how it works in real life too, so.
I like that this guide has one section that just says, "Trust me, do this." Thank you.
Amazing.
I don't want to.
So much trust.
I don't trust you. Oh boy, I don't know. This is completely doable blind. This is completely doable never having seen the game before and you're just trying to guess where you're supposed to go. Like, seriously though, Kowal should be able to get caught up to where Meekin made it before. I'm just wondering if Kowal's gonna have the same issue running into the spike wall
goodness.
with no levitation left.
When you get hit in the water planet, you just turn into bubbles. Is that
Well,
like
yeah, you're
a sea-
vaporized.
Is that like a sea of acid, and he's using the force to protect himself?
Well,
Is that the
Yeah.
explanation?
yeah. Sure.
That's
Sounds
kind of
good
It's
to
as
me.
good as anything else that we could come up with.
You know, he's really good at swimming, though. Look at him kicking his legs.
It's true. You know, with as active as he's being versus how far he's moving at any given time, this must be one heck of a cardio workout.
Oh, I should do
no.
this. No! Kowal, no!
I think
Oh!
Meekin had hugged the bottom of that screen
Yeah,
when he made it through.
Meekin is trying to kill the weird jellyfish things.
Oh, he
Not
used
sure.
continual force power. Nice.
Very good idea, Kowal. Going up against the next Vader. Let's see how Kowal can do. No, they're not blindfolded. They've just never seen or played the game before. What they need to do, these players are facing each other, trying to make as much progress as possible. Whoever makes the most progress at any given point is the victor. At this point, Kowal has made it to the boss of stage 3, but Meekin, even though he's currently on stage 2, has made it pretty dang far into the Death Star. So Meekin is currently in the lead. Kowal is opting to start over. And by opting, I mean, I think he was out of continue, so that makes sense. By the way, Meekin keeps going back and fighting this Vader in here, the Gauss Vader. And
Is it not required?
if I'm not mistaken, let me go check, just to make sure.
It like cuts to Obi-Wan after you defeat him and shows you where he is, so maybe it is required?
Huh.
I'm not sure. Because that, like, there's a door there that opens up, and maybe that door doesn't open if, you don't defeat Vader?
That would be
Possibly.
such a Nintendo game thing to do, though. Just making the boss fight, like you said, down an area that you don't even have to traverse.
I think you actually do have to kill him, yeah. Unfortunately, that would be funny. I'd approve of that, you know, just... Oh, Beacon crashed his land speeder into a block, and bam, it just exploded.
I'm
Survived though.
surprised. Yeah, that's very generous from what I was expecting.
Yeah, that's really nice of them, you know, letting you live after all that. I'm really glad that R2-D2 and the Jawas who stole him are happy about being saved. Like, the Jawas are super happy. They do have a good dance, but I'm pretty sure the Jawas aren't necessarily on your side.
Well, they seem to be once you've won otherwise.
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe R2-D2 just made friends with them while they were in captivity.
Meekins, by the way, is moving on to the 3rd planet. Kowal currently moving on to the 2nd planet. Biggest thing is you want to shoot these ships and dodge any of the shots, because one shot is a death. Just do not want to get hurt. Because this game is absolutely fair.
One of them did manage to take one of those shots in a way where it took away from those little blue bars at the bottom instead of killing them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just don't know how they did it.
That's cool. I have no idea.
So Kowal figured out how to get this power up. But he's
So-
not going for it.
Okay, good. Good to get your power up. So from what I'm saying, you actually go to the Death Star twice in this game.
Yeah, because it's the first movie. Remember, they get captured and then they escape and then they come back at the end.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I don't remember the space battle before being captured the first time, though.
I think that happens.
I don't know.
Because that was
It's
the
hard.
first time that Luke operates the gun turret, and
Oh, that's
Han
right.
tells him, "Don't get cocky, kid."
Oh
Yep.
yeah! Oh my gosh, it's been way too long, man.
I've seen the Star Wars movies a couple of times.
I have too. Like I've seen the first one probably 10 or 15 times. But I forgot. Because it's been a while. Not
Yeah,
like
it's been a
long.
long time for me, like since high school, which was a number of years ago.
You've probably seen it more than I have, huh?
Yeah.
How many do you have a count?
No. When the special edition came out, when I was quite young, I just watched that on VHS over and over and over.
You're
and
one of
over
those
and over
kids.
again.
I see. Whatever. My kids, my young sisters just wanted to watch Ice Age over and over and over again. Can you just imagine doing that, except without Star Wars? It's just stupid Ice Age and...
Apparently, when
gosh.
I was a young kid, I watched The Land Before Time so many times that my sister hid it from me.
I can believe I did that too. Like, they
I
didn't
wore
hide
out
it,
of
but,
Laserdisc of Land Before Time as a kid.
like, the thing I remember most about Land Before Time as a kid was the Pizza Hut commercial. Because there was always a Pizza Hut commercial at the very beginning, and, you know, it really
I don't
worked. I
remember
loved
that.
it. Oh, I remember the Pizza Hut commercial. Anybody else in chat remember it? There we go, Kowal doing some good dodges. And this Vader is down. Kowal just needs to go finish this level. Ah, Nukem remembers the Pizza Hut commercial. See, I told you someone would.
Oh, there's a different button to activate the shield.
Of course there is. Why wouldn't there be?
So if you don't shield, it's a one hit. But if you do shield, you can take 3. Is Kowal stuck?
No, this is what Koala's had to do every time. Apparently there's something almost solid that you have to manage to convince the game you should clip through for that lap.
That's nice. Thank you, video game. Thank you, Namco.
It's a very smart design.
That's pretty
Oh,
great.
yeah. Hakasahobo? You cheated on Bucket? Oh my gosh. We have some pretty terrible confessions coming in chat. Wow. Wow, I don't think I've ever been so upset in my life.
Percent just mortified that somebody would do something like that.
Yeah, you had to read the book. You read a book, they give you a pizza. Read the
That's
book,
not
get
true.
the
You read
pizza.
like 10 books and you get a pizza. Which still, reading is its
Still.
own reward. And then you also get a pizza.
Yeah, pizza is reading's reward. It's 2 for 1. It was a book? Yeah, that's why you read it. Then you get a pizza. You don't read it and you get a
Oh, no.
pizza. What's the meaning of life?
Meekin just found this wonderful dead end.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Make it-
no!
There's just a thing on the wall. I guess he can grind some force here.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
It doesn't seem particularly useful otherwise, though.
actually grinding some force could potentially be helpful. So right now, I believe what Meekin is trying to do is get to the garbage compactor. Unfortunately, he went left and then went right, and it kicked him out for some reason. I don't
He
know.
scrolled the screen. So like if you look, when he comes back into that room, it like scrolls the screen left, since you can't normally do that in this game.
Oh, and then,
But then
and
he
then
walked
Meekin's
back to
managed
the right.
to ratchet it further right.
I
then he
think
couldn't
you
go
have
left
to
anymore.
fall down the middle shaft. But
Like that, see?
yeah.
No, I think the game is forcing Meekin to do that.
Is it?
This
I
is
think it
dumb.
might be it because Meekin's movement was exactly the same.
There we go, Meekin falling down. There are more enemies here. Might as well kill them, get some force power.
I don't think we've seen either of them pick up that power-up, but Meekin, after losing because he didn't have enough force, doesn't seem willing to spend force to pick it up. Which seems reasonable.
I think that's the idea. Yeah, Meekin is just having to
Yeah,
move.
all of these rooms
to
that you
the
go
right.
in. Yeah, all of these
You have
rooms
to
that you
fall.
go in through the left. It's doing some weird ratcheting scrolling thing.
We've got a door. I wonder if Meekin is able to go in there. Nope. But that door, yes. Not really
It
much
looks like
in
there
this
should
door,
be
but...
like Leia in prison here, but there just isn't. Oh, there's more than one. Okay. Is that-
Oh no! It's Boba Fett! Well, he's dead.
It was Boba Fett.
Yeah. You are overrated, Boba Fett.
I'm fascinated by this game, Rosencha.
Do you want to play it? Kind of? I'm getting a kind of vibe from you.
I
is
don't
that
know if I'm
Leia?
that fascinated.
Ah, thank you for helping me, Luke. This is by way of appreciation. Mwah. Lovely. What a beautiful kiss. I guess.
You have a wonderful Leia voice, Rosencha.
Well, thank you.
Sounds a lot like Rose from Titanic.
Uh-oh. Meekins is in the trash compactor.
From
Okay.
From Titanic or Titanic?
Titanic.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Meekin, how are you going to get out? How are
Oh
you
my
going
god,
to
get
is
it
this,
off?
is this actually gonna kill him? Does he have to do something special?
No!
Oh
He got
no!
smushed!
Oh no!
Oh! Well, now that that can actually happen, this is a little more stressful than I thought. C3... No, you have to talk to R2-D2! Come on, R2-D2!
I was
Roger!
gonna say, if this is following the
Opening
movie, then
doors
you have
now.
to talk to Leia, right?
Oh my gosh, no! You talk to
No, because Leia's with.
R2-D2.
Yeah, but Leia's the one that saves you in the trash compactor, isn't it?
No, it's R2-D2 and C-3PO.
Oh,
Mostly
they're in a different
R2-D2.
room.
C-3PO just yells and says, "Oh, they're dying!"
Hurry up, R2!
C-3PO just says a series of ellipses, actually.
Oh, well, yeah, according to this game. No, Kowal, he's gonna have to start over. This is starting to get to the point where it'll be rough for Kowal to catch up. He does not know how far Meekin is into this game, and honestly, he should just keep trying right now.
Yeah, we're at the point where a really good push could see a lead change, but it's getting more and more difficult as Meekin makes progress.
Seriously though, we have 12 minutes left. This is Kusogrande. It's a bad video game tournament where two players play a game that they have never seen or played before. In some cases they've seen a little bit, but they really had only seen the Saucity Vader emote that's in our Discord channel. So the goal is to make as much progress at any given point as they can. Even if Meekin got game over right now, he's already gotten Leia and escaped the trash compactor, and that is a solid lead at this point. Now, I'm not sure how long it would take Kowal to get back here. I think it's still doable, though.
I think you're correct. The
It'll
first
be
three
hard.
levels, once you know what to do, seem to go by fairly quickly. Getting through to
Another
the point that Meekin is at
compactor?
right now, though,
How many trash compactors are there?
there's a lot of trash in the Death Star.
Oh my gosh, Death Star, you gotta clean up.
Well, yeah, so if you remember, there was the trash compactor that they escaped from. And then they escaped when they dumped the non-compacted trash.
Oh. Okay, do they do recycling at some point?
I don't think so, because they're the Empire. Does
That's
the
true.
Empire... I think they're implied to be too evil to recycle.
You know what? If I started an evil empire, I would definitely include recycling, okay? Because,
But
you
would
know,
it be
we
evil
might
recycling?
destroy civilization as we know it, but at least we'll save the planet.
Which planet?
Trash planet.
Fair point.
I like Tina's question. Would it be evil recycling? Are you recycling the evil out of the things?
Ooh,
To reuse
ooh,
that
ooh.
evil?
Oh, I like this, for sure. I would totally introduce evil recycling.
So we just found out on Meekin's screen that you
Yeah.
can jump down too many of those vertical shafts. And there's just lightning down there, you know, for fun.
That's where
I mean,
the Emperor lives. He lives
yeah.
at the center of the Death Star.
That's where the Emperor falls at the end of the trilogy, if you remember. So... the center of the Death Star is clearly lightning.
That makes sense.
Oh no! Darth Vader is pretty excited about that, but unfortunately, Luke is... well, unfortunately for Vader, fortunately for us, Luke had to continue left, and Meekins is still in the Death Star.
So at this point, this is the Return of the Jedi since they've continued.
Oh yeah, and I'm going to agree with chat, by the way. If you're going to be evil, at least make your evil sustainable.
Yeah,
You know-
and if you think about it, if you take something that's inherently evil and you recycle it, wouldn't you be then, by doing more evil with it, like concentrating the evil?
Well, you could, like, take Wally and recycle him and then give him, like, a butter knife. Bam! Evil Wally.
Why a butter knife?
It hurts
No,
more.
I'm not going to trust him with anything else.
You think you'd give him like a Bowie knife or something?
I mean, that could work, too. I mean, I'm not that evil. Let's be real here.
You need to recycle your evil some more and get up to that level.
Well, no, part of the evilness is that he thinks he's evil and all-powerful, but no, he's just got a butter knife. I'm not stupid enough to let my minions take over. See,
So when Meekin died to that lightning, he
sorry.
respawned in that room, but at the bottom of the room, and he has to go through several screens again. That's great.
Oh,
That's a good feature of this
no.
video game.
This
Oh,
is a
no.
video game. That's good.
This video game is not okay, Brosensha. Well, he spawned on the other side of the room. What?
I don't know, Railcoon. I don't know. The game is hard. Like, creating competent maps for NES games is hard.
I'm really hoping Mikan gets to this next boss fight so we can find out what kind of Vader is in.
No, I think that might be it for Meekin's attempt.
Unfortunately, no more Vader. Oh, well, Meekin, yeah, unfortunately, I don't think Meekin can do anything to catch up. Oh, Kowal jumped on the spike there. That is so sad.
It's such a hard-looking jump. Oh no, and he doesn't have...
Oh no!
Oh no. There are enemies to kill, though, I think. There's a bat. The bat might have some force power.
It's a force bat.
Yeah. See? That was a lot of force power.
It was
Not enough.
Apparently. Yeah, but you can reset that bat pretty easily. Yeah,
Yep.
Look at that. Yeah, that bat is exactly for force energy.
Not bad. I think levitate is a lot, though.
I think it's 30.
Oh, yep, you're right. Wow, Railkun, you're great. I love that you can't even duck until you run out of levitation, you know?
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Just like how levitation works in this universe. Meekin is just letting the intro play. He knows that he can't get back to where he was before, and that is completely fine. That's allowed.
Well, appears to be giving it the good old college try, though.
Kowal is in the land speeder and trying to get back to where he was before. He's got a lot ahead of him, though, and only about 5 minutes to do it. He has to know that he is under a lot of pressure right now. Oh, that's rough.
Oh no, I think he's trying to rush now, and
no.
it's gonna
Yeah.
be... That might be it. I believe he has another continue at least, but it takes so long having to hold up and press A 8 times to continue. We haven't mentioned how they continue in a while. They are holding the up button and tapping A 8 times every time they use a continue.
Okay, there we go, Kowal. I think that's game over. That is it. Let's go ahead and call it there. Wow. Congratulations. This was a pretty intense match. Meekin managed to take the victory, though, making it all the way through the trash compactor and the Death Star and on the escape there. Kowal made it to the planet before, was working on saving... Was it Obi-Wan? Probably. Yeah, worked on saving Obi-Wan. Unfortunately, did not quite finish that level. Meekin takes the victory. Kowal, unfortunately, will be eliminated from the tournament, but that is how it goes. Hello, Kowal.
Hey.
Hey, what are your thoughts about the game? I'm glad that you're here.
Actually, the game's really fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
as soon
good.
as I paused it, I thought it was going to be exactly like Zelda 2, but it was not.
Oh, this game, I think it's incredibly difficult, but that it's an enjoyable experience, you know. It's got all those one-hit kills. Pretty much everything is a one-hit kill. But yeah, are there any what particularly did you enjoy about the game, Kowal, Meekin?
I thought the movement was actually really fun. The sliding's not as bad as it looked on camera, I don't think. It plays pretty fast. Luke moves pretty quickly left to right, and the jump height is actually really cool. It's variable based on running speed, so that's pretty fun. Not a fan of the hitboxes and the lightsaber and the start menu for extra powers. That was kind of...
Yeah, the start menu. Yeah, I agree. What was that, Meekin?
I was going to say I agree with the movement was actually pretty fun. After getting used to Flippy, Slidey Luke, it's amazing how like slippy his boots are, having lived on a desert
They're
planet his
really
whole life.
slippery.
They haven't discovered rubber yet, so the
Oh,
soles
that's
of the boots are, yeah.
It's a long time ago, you know.
Walking around on
was-
Tatooine has sanded the underside of his boots totally smooth, and that's why he slides everywhere.
Ah, I see.
Ah.
I was really surprised how after I soft locked 13 minutes in, I was actually really surprised how quickly I got back there. Everything Luke's hitbox, like when he was jumping, seemed pretty generous. Like you could clear some of those spikes and jumps you didn't think you could pretty easily.
I
I
got
just
forced
wish
into
the
that.
lightsaber. Yeah, I just wish the lightsaber hitbox wasn't half the length of the lightsaber itself.
It was a pretty frustrating thing. I also thought it was kind of cruel how they give you the whole bait and switch, where like they give you the gun power up 3 screens earlier than you would need it to clear that gap to rescue Obi-Wan. So you have to figure out the menu because getting there without getting hit is next to impossible.
Oh yeah. And I know that it took you a while, Kowal, to actually open that menu. Meekin found it a little bit earlier than you, but
I opened it by mistake. I was trying to mash through the text, and I'd forgotten that you can't mash through the text. And when I pushed start, I got the menu with R2D2 on it, and I was like, "What the crap? Where did this come from?"
ah, well, that's why you check every button, even after a little while. You know, I think that if you try it right at the beginning, it doesn't show up, but after you gather a little force power, it does.
It should, because Meekin used the force speed pretty early on one of those.
Yes, I did notice that. The powers only appeared if you had enough to cast them.
Yeah, that was really weird. I actually never had the wherewithal to use the force speed. I thought Luke handled fast enough that I had a difficult time controlling
Yeah.
him anyway. I got really scared of using force speed.
I used it once and then never again.
I definitely used the warp that warps you to the previous area. That was terrible.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that wasn't the best.
What
I-
is the Death Star just a maze to escape, or did I just miss something really obvious?
It is a maze, yes. I think that you have to ascend quite a bit, but I'm not 100% sure where you needed to go.
I see.
But yeah, GameFAQs says it's a maze.
I think it's that room you game overed in the first time, Meekin. I think you need to get back all the way to the top and levitate across that room that didn't have platforms and just a bunch of spikes.
Oh, well, yeah, my first time into the Death Star, I didn't make it to Leia, but I found what I thought was going to be like a shortcut or some hidden room that I couldn't find when I went the normal way through there because I was afraid to use all my force power, not have enough to levitate. I figured I would come across it again, but I never did.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, still, congratulations, Meekin. You're representing GDQ staff, right?
As far as I know.
And you're holding strong. So congratulations, Qual. I'm sad that you're out. Were you with the Kuso staff here?
Oh, for sure. But the great news is now, like Tina Hacks, I get to visit all sorts of terrors on the remaining combatants.
Oh, yeah. I like it.
Boy.
We'll
What could
welcome you on back
possibly
to
go
Choose
wrong?
Games. Oh my gosh. Well, I think that that's pretty much all we have for this match. Feel free to go follow Koala Koalazy on Twitch. Meekin is Meekin's Box. That's MIKANSBOX. Tina Hacks, thank you for joining for commentary. I believe you're going to be sticking around for a while, right?
Yeah, I think I got roped into the next one as well.
Yeah. Railcoon, anything else you want to add before we take a short little break?
That was definitely a video game. Potentially about Star Wars, maybe? But
It's all of the content that got cut from the original script.
It was
Sure,
truly
we'll
the
go with
closest
that.
to George Lucas' original vision.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, with that fantastic thought being added on top, we are going to head out here and take a quick break. When we get back, we will have Mike Uyama versus NPC, which will be a winner's bracket match to close out the day. So stick around. All right, everyone, welcome back to the Kusogrande Invitational Week 4. We just had 2 losers bracket matches, and unfortunately, we lost Kowal and Kate from our bracket, but now we've got a winner's bracket match between Mike Uyama and NPC, and this is a match that could be pretty crazy, because those are 2 heavy hitters in mystery games / Kusogrande Brasentia.
Yeah, I know that Mike, he has been choosing a lot of games for us recently in our ongoing 170-person tournament. He really enjoys Genesis games. Let me just say, I don't know. He ran Subterranea. He ran Ernest Evans. NPC, on the other hand, has also been one of our game masters. He's here representing game masters. Mike, obviously, representing GDQ staff. But NPC actually won the second Kusogrande. and he came close to winning the third. He did really well. So honestly, both of them are very strong. Mike said that he's prepared to lose today, but I honestly think that it's anyone's game.
So I believe he said that because, correct me if I'm wrong, but NPC has a bit of a reputation with NES games.
Yeah, he's really good at them. I believe he has the world record for No, he used to have the world record for Back to the Future NES, which, to be fair, is an auto-scroller, so having the world record for an auto-scroller is a little weird, but we race it from time to time, you know? But
Lag reduction.
it's mostly... Yeah, there are some things you can do to speed it up. It's fun. We're doing a 4-way race for a little online marathon coming up this month. But yeah, he is notoriously good. The thing is, when he plays, he starts off a little bit slow at the beginning of a match in order to figure out things, and then becomes a powerhouse in the match. So if you see him fall a little bit behind at the beginning, that's not unexpected. He will come back and, put on a really good showing towards the end. So I know Tina is here, and Tristan, welcome. I'm glad that you're here being our game master. What did you choose today?
So I think you put it pretty well that NPC is a very heavy hitter, having won Kusogrande 2. And then the last time I picked a game for Mike Uyama, he came into the voice call afterward and said it was easy. So I picked one of the hardest games I could find, and this is Dually Bravo Land for the Famicom.
Ooh, Joy. Dually Bravo Land? I don't even know what that means.
I don't
This
think anybody
is-
does.
Yeah,
So
no one knows. It's
when
a
when I translated it, it said Dooley Boulevard, which
Dooley-
might be better translation, but I'm not sure.
Okay, Dooley Boulevard, Bravo Land.
Yeah, I don't think that's quite right. This is actually an unlicensed Korean Famicom game based on a Korean kids cartoon called Dooley the Dragon, I think. So that doesn't help a whole lot, I know, but this is what we got.
By the way, there are people who wonder what qualifies really as Kusoge, which is the type of bad video game that comes from Japan. It not only embodies the bad, but also the weird, the inexplicable. I think this game has a few of those elements. Just looking at it right at this point, it looks a little bit weird. And I think that we're just going to see the strangeness come in over time.
Oh, it's also bad.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's not
and it's also
fun to control.
Okay. I don't want too many spoilers so that we can go ahead and get ready. Thank you, Railkun, for checking in with the players. Okay. And Mike is saying that he's sick of the title screen music. I can't blame it.
So you want to delay for like 5 minutes?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and take a 5-minute break before we get started.
Please no.
Oh no, the cheese is back. Uh-oh.
NPC says that he needs a few seconds anyway, so
There we go.
let me just go over a few things coming up real quick while we're waiting for
Sure.
the players to be ready. SGDQ game schedule comes out on the 14th. That's going to be a really hype moment for a lot of people here this Sunday. Make sure you go over to gamesdonequick.com to check out on that when it comes out. Volunteer schedule, if you signed up to volunteer and already got accepted, is going to be on the 30th of this month. And if you want to see any of the other dates leading up to SGDQ, you can go over to gamesdonequick.com to see all of those. But it looks like the players are ready. Rosentia.
Perfect. So I see some cheesy emotes. If you have any dinosaur emotes, what else should they spam in chat?
Let's see.
Just those two, huh?
Yeah, let's go with dinosaurs. That works.
Anything green?
Dinosaurs. If you have dinosaurs and green lizards, if you have lizards, those will work. Okay, here we go. I'm doing the countdown. Wish them the best of luck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
So we took a bit of a unique approach here in that I have allowed the racers to pick any level they want, and we're going to go by most levels completed at the end of the race.
Okay. Oh
I figure that
no.
will give us an opportunity to experience the entire game, because otherwise we would probably not, because this is a very difficult game. Expect a lot of death.
Also, now that not everybody, just Mike so far has gotten hit, you pause in place and do this weird hurt animation every time that you get hurt. And it freezes you in place for about a second, which is real good.
Yep, and
Wait,
also
is there fall
NPC
damage?
touched the water with his big toe and instantly died, so that was real good.
Yeah, that'll happen.
It looked like he died from falling on the platform because it didn't even look like he hit the water.
I thought so too.
Yeah, the kill plane extends a little bit above the platforms there, so if you even hang a pixel off of the edge of the platform, you die. Like that.
Oh no, NPC, no! Wow, and it takes you back to the beginning of the stage? That's
It
kind.
does, yeah.
That
It takes
is
you back
game
to the
over.
map. So yeah, this is why I allowed them to do whatever stage they want. Here we see NPC jumping into a ferry, which is usually a power-up, but here it's instant death because you clip into it and lose all your hearts immediately.
Oh, this is a good video game.
No.
So, this was made in Korea. I've never heard of this. What platform is this
NPC
on?
just screen wrapped and
Oh,
died.
Oh no.
What was your question, Brasentia?
This is NES?
Yes.
Yeah, this was for the Famicom.
It looks pretty good for the Famicom. It's not good, but it looks okay.
Yeah, the graphics in it are not too bad overall. They definitely have this sort of slight jank that tended to be common in Korean Famicom games.
Yeah. Oh!
So
Oh,
apparently
there
the
goes
fairy
NPC.
hitbox is huge.
Oh, yeah,
and we
yeah.
got some
Not fair.
screen wrapping.
That screen is really, really tough to get through. Also,
So
I
far-
mentioned that you can be frozen in place. That's one of those times where being frozen in place is really bad because you've got this vertically moving platform that just forgets you exist.
So for a brief moment there, Mike had reached Goku, which is a normal
Okay.
character in the Korean cartoon, I'm sure.
Oh, this is based off of a Korean cartoon?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that
Oh, no.
makes... No, NPC! I thought it was gonna keep going! It didn't. I like the skull flags, you know? Very fitting for this stage.
It's a warning that you're going to die a lot. An amazing thing about the moving platforms on NPC's stage is that when you jump off of them, they stop moving, but not immediately. They'll move about a character width away and then stop moving. So anytime you jump, you have to find the platform again. When coupled with the fact that just touching the water with a single pixel of your hitbox kills you, it's not fun.
Yeah, well... Video games aren't made to be fun. They're made to challenge you, Railcoon. Oh, I mean,
Why was that
Tristan.
directed at me?
I don't know, I want you to know, video games are hard.
How many people have you confused me for now? That's like 4.
I think everybody. Oh no, a bat! Multiple bats just killed NPC. That wasn't very nice.
It's especially confusing for me because usually when I speedrun games, I play them on the hardest difficulty. So it's like, well, yes.
Okay, there's
You are
Goku.
correct.
Goku is here to show you what life is about. Probably dying. That's what it feels like. Oh, Mike! No, you jumped into Goku!
Yeah,
Oh.
jumping into Goku's a bad plan.
Yeah, don't do
Yeah,
it.
it doesn't work out well for you. So one thing that's worth pointing out is that regular enemies take usually multiple shots to kill. Goku, I think, took 20. The bosses that are at the end of each of these stages, they're real good. They take a
They're
ton
bosses?
of damage.
Oh no.
Yeah, so as a sort of a deep self-criminating confession, I consider it entirely possible that we will end this race at 0-0.
Oh no.
So, okay, and what are we doing if that happens?
Heck if I know.
So my hope is that one of these players will eventually pick the water level. As I was testing this game out, I spent about 40 minutes doing a quick playtest for Tristan, and the water level boss is extremely cheesable, and the water level itself is not too terribly hard. If one of these
Okay.
players picks the water level, they're almost guaranteed to beat it.
So in other
I-
words, Oh, go ahead.
I would personally suggest if it's 0-0 that most number of bosses seen. Would that work?
Yeah,
Yeah,
bosses
there's
and
a
mini
good
bosses.
number of
So
mini
far
bosses.
We've seen I think Goku only on potentially Mike's side. Is that right?
Yeah.
I think so, yes. By the way, Kate has sent me a little bit of the lore. Kate played in our
Oh,
first
boy.
match and is our ref. He says Dooley is a baby dinosaur that was kidnapped by aliens who had experimented to give him magical powers. Well, that's nice. When he returned to Earth, he was trapped in an ice glacier, causing him to faint during the Ice Age. About 100 million years later, one of the glaciers broke off, and he came to Seoul. So, this is South Korean.
Oh, yes, indeed.
The only GM that I'm aware of trying to even get his hands on North Korean games is Jeff, and I
Yeah.
don't think that he's been successful yet.
He's trying to plan a trip to North Korea to get their video games. Possibly.
That sounds like an extremely Jeff thing, yes.
Yeah, if anybody's gonna do something like that, it's him.
NPC is trying to take on Goku, by the way.
See, you can't just take out Goku, because if you beat him, he's just going to come back stronger. And then his hair starts changing color and all this other stuff. It just gets awkward. He did manage to do it once, though. We'll see if he comes back.
Hey, and Goku is down.
You say that so
Very
ominously.
He deserved it.
So Goku isn't the boss of this stage. This dude is.
Yeah, this dude, he does have a pattern. You can cheese him. It's real hard.
I don't even know who this guy is. He's just some random dude who shows up
So
after
happy
Goku.
is who he is.
Who is it?
I don't know, but he's very happy. Look at him.
He's a very happy jogger.
Oh,
He's having
yeah.
the time of his life. But yeah,
His
as you
pattern
can see,
is a
he's
little
also
rough.
a bullet sponge.
Oh, and he's
And
dead.
there we go. We've got our first stage clear. So Tristan, I'm
is
very
a
happy to say you are incorrect. We are not going to end 0-0.
I'm actually quite happy for that. That was maybe a small concern on my part, but then again, I underestimate these two racers. I tend to underestimate a lot of the people I give games to, and they pleasantly surprise me, so I'm usually pretty happy.
Yeah, NPC just always excels when I don't expect it. But Mike as well. Honestly, what we usually do is we talk to each other and we think, okay, what is reasonable for you in an hour? And we automatically assume they're going to do better than that because, I don't know, just the players are so good.
So just to cover something that Cadis just asked me for scoring purposes, when a stage is completed, on the map it has a small white X over the middle of its icon. That's how we'll be able to tell, if we lose count, how many stages they
Nice.
finished. And you keep your completion count when you game over.
Oh, that's actually really convenient. Very good.
I tried to exhaust continues and I stopped counting at 65. So it's unlikely that we're going to see the game exhaust the player's continues.
I have asked our two racers to intentionally game over so we can see the map when time is called. Hopefully they'll remember.
Good. Good. Yeah, Goku is really a little bit cruel in this, but so are the bats that NPC just faced, taking 2 hearts of damage. It seems like on the auto-scrolling section, if you run into a bat, there's a high possibility you're going to take multiple hits.
Oh yeah, especially since you lose control for a solid second. It's very easy to not just take 2 hits, but it's super easy to end up in a situation where you're just comboed to death.
If you also take a hit while on a platform, there's a non-zero chance the platform will just move on without you.
Oh no. Okay, so Mike has opted to try to go to a mine, or the cave stage here. NPC is still trying sort of the mine stage, pirate stage? I'm not 100% sure, but there are crystals in there. I assume it's a pirate mine.
So
Yeah,
the
something like that.
gotcha of the mine stage that Mike is on is that every time you come across a power-up, there is a hidden ghost directly on top of it that will pop up and hit you if you go for it.
Oh no! Not a ghost. I love it.
That animation when you get hit is just fantastic.
Well, Dooley's a rocker. He's got to just stop and headbang once in a while.
He doesn't appear to have hair, though.
Yeah, well,
That doesn't have to stop
He
you.
wears a wig when he goes to concerts, you know?
Okay.
What kind of music do you think Dinosaur would listen to anyway to rock out to? I'm thinking like dragon metal.
So in Finland, there's a band called Heavysaurus, which is a children's band fronted
Wait,
by
what?
dinosaurs, and it's a heavy metal band.
Heavy Saurus? Like, is it actually heavy metal for kids?
Yes, it's heavy metal for small children. It's real great.
I
I approve
kind
of
of
this.
want to listen to this.
I'm not even surprised Finland is the source of quite a few interesting metal bands, so yeah.
Are the racers bad, or is the game just this clunky? The game is clunky as heck.
It's really hard to
terrible.
control.
So from what I can see, the company that made this is named Dow Infosys from Korea. They also made 2 other dually games, one for the MSX and one on the SMS. And apparently all 3 of these versions are completely different. So if you need more dinosaur action, don't worry, there are 2 other games that you can play. So I have a question. We have Goku showing up. Are we going to see other recognizable characters in this?
Oh yes. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm hoping someone goes to the appropriate stage, but we're going to see some stuff. Mike has moved on to the water stage, which
So
you don't
this is-
swim in.
Yeah, this is the stage that I found to be the easiest when I was testing this game out. It's the only one that I completed. The only thing that you have to worry about is these little tiny balls that are not predictable in the way that they move, but they are consistent once you know what they're going to do. And as long as Mike takes it slow, the boss at the end of this section specifically is extremely cheesable. I beat it first try. So
it's
I
very possible
fully expect
to move
Mike to
back
do the
to
same.
5.
Also, these fish are great. Please enjoy their animation.
I love these fish. I mean, I'm known for liking games that showcase fish with very large lips, but I love these.
Mike seems to have a pretty good strategy of just
Oh,
walking
yeah.
through the stage very slowly. Just triggering these little balls so he has enough time to
Yeah, they're so
React.
hard to deal with.
Yeah, he's doing very well here. I want to see another one of the fish. I think I missed them. I want the fish.
There's a few more in the stage, so you'll
Oh,
get a
good.
chance to see.
Okay. I've got focus. I'm watching Mike's screen so I can see what's going on. By the way,
And at
if
the same
like,
time, NPC is on this stage, or the space stage, before the
Pirate.
pirate ship. Yeah, well, the space part I found to be particularly difficult.
Oh yeah. So NPC had actually gotten through the vertical elevator section, saw the pirate ship for a moment, and was not ready for the platform to disappear out from under him, so he just fell and died.
I was wondering what killed him.
this game is totally fair.
Yeah, so once you exit this vertical tube, you have about a second before the platform vanishes. So you have a second to do the screen transition, identify what's going on, and jump off the platform.
Right, so this little ink vial that Mike is about to pick up, hopefully, is temporary invulnerability, and it's real
Ooh.
important for the upcoming section.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, now we're
on
on
to
to the boss, which is, like I said, very cheesable once you recognize the pattern.
Yeah, this is not going
there's
to
a
be
safe
hard.
spot.
It's not quite a safe spot because it does move. You have to realize that. But once you do,
I think Mike has. Mike's a smart player. He definitely knows when there are good openings. Okay, and he's got this.
Yeah, he figured it
It's
out.
looking good, yeah.
Ooh. Took an extra hit, didn't need to. Mike, you're
Anticipation
oh, and there
intensifies.
we go.
There
the
we
boss
go.
is down.
All right, so that ties it
1-1,
up.
right?
Yeah, I think we're tied now.
According to information that I'm seeing about this game, by the way, this is the first Famicom game that came out in Korea.
Oh, so just to interject, here we have the classic video game enemy Mario.
Well, you know.
Oh no. Oh my god.
Mike is
Zach,
frozen
sorry.
in disbelief.
Evil! Mario! No!
Well, I feel like Mario is well established as not liking anything that's colored green, so
It's true.
it makes sense.
Maybe
Yeah,
he's
this game is all
thinking
about Yoshi getting his revenge on Mario.
Yeah, basically. Well, Mike, the reason he paused here is because he typed in Discord, he said, this game is bad, but that quote-unquote Mario made it worth it. There's so many Marios! Oh, he's so dead.
Mike ran into the issue of 3 bullets on his screen at the time. He missed with all 3, so he didn't have any to shoot that other Mario.
Yep.
Yep, that's a thing that happens. Yeah, we can all say we were here when Mario attacked a Korean dinosaur.
What a jerk.
I mean, Mario is well known for being a jerk to green dinosaurs.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true.
Just dropping
NPC
him in
has
the
moved
pits.
on to the jungle level. I do not believe he finished the pirate ship, so this is just he's moved on to a different level to see if he can make progress.
Now, this is something that I love about Kusogrande. We get to see something that who knows how many people outside of Korea have seen a game like this. You know, who knows how many people have seen a dinosaur killing Mario.
Yeah, most
Now
people have
we
seen
have.
the opposite, I think.
Now we get to share this with the world.
Is this something you've wanted for a long time, Bracintia? You can be honest.
I mean, it's just a crazy random happenstance, you know?
I think there's some Mario Maker streamers who'd be interested in Yoshi killing Mario.
Maybe that's gonna happen in the next Mario Maker.
I feel like NPC has kind of gotten in a mindset where he kind of knows 2 or 3 levels and keeps going back and forth between them. And he either kind of needs to try the levels he hasn't tried yet or stick to one, in my opinion. He's kind of bouncing between them. I don't think it's doing him a ton of favors.
Yeah, he still managed to beat one level first, but Mike is starting to get pretty good at this Mario level.
Has Mike seen the, like, mini-boss of this level yet?
No.
I'm not going to go so far as to say Nintendo stole Mario from Korea, but have you ever seen Mario in more than one place at a time? I'm just saying, maybe there's more than one Mario.
I mean, I've seen a lot of different Marios.
I've seen 2 Marios in one place at one time now, so I think you might be right. It sounds like you're onto something here.
Okay, let's see where Mike opts to go. Looks like he's gonna go to this dinosaur land. I mean, it looks like a dinosaur land. They're coconuts.
Ah, yes, coconuts. Everybody knows the coconut dinosaur.
Shut up, Tina. Oh. Okay. Well, the match is tied at this moment, everybody, because both Mike and NPC have destroyed one level. Because of the way this game works, there's really not a good linear way for the players to go through it. They are allowed to go to any stage, and whoever beats the most stages wins. Now, NPC is onto the water stage, as
I
you
suspect
say,
that
this
we're
is-
gonna see the
yes.
tie broken pretty shortly then.
Yeah, there's a very good chance because Mike beat this, but it is the easiest stage. NPC beat one of the more difficult stages, which is every other stage.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What is this nonsense that Mike is doing? Jumping out of
you-
these tiny platforms with this clunky controls seems really bad.
Yeah, it's not fun.
They're marshmallow dudes just flying around through the sky. Actually, yeah, how are the controls? We haven't talked about that at all.
They're bad.
Not very good.
Why are they bad? What makes them bad?
So they're a little bit slow to respond, which of
Okay.
course you would think, yeah, that makes it feel slippery, but it's not that there's momentum. There's not. It's that it takes a moment for the game to realize that you're pressing a button, and it takes the game a moment to realize that you've stopped. So you have to anticipate every single thing that you might want to do. It's awful.
How much of a delay would you say it is? Half a second?
Quarter second, half a second, somewhere in
Oh,
there.
NPC almost died jumping into the snowball. Underwater snowballs, yeah. Wow, that's actually incredibly rude, Tina. Such a huge delay. And the thing is, it's very difficult for us to actually see it because we're not seeing when they push left or right. We're not seeing when they push jump. We're just seeing the aftermath of it all.
And a whole lot of death.
I'm surprised Mike made it through that screen so well. That looked horrible.
Oh, and it's
Yeah,
a
speaking
boss,
of-
it appears.
Yeah, this is the boss of the stage. We'll see how he does. It's
Okay.
pretty much the same as the jogger from the Cloud stage if Mike could have gotten past Goku.
NPC did kill the jogger. Oh, Mike
Jumps
is
are
on
real
his last
tough.
heart. And the
And he
boss is
got it.
down. Mike has completed 2 stages and is in the lead.
Oh gosh, it's too bad that Mike doesn't go back and do the roller coaster stage. If Mike could get back to that boss, he would really solidify his lead.
Yeah, but the problem Mike was having with that stage was Goku, who is quite different, pretty mean, but I'm pretty confident he could get through it in a couple of attempts if he went back right now.
Yeah, he's got 20 minutes of playing the game under his belt. I think that by now he probably feels comfortable enough with the controls that he could do a better job tackling that fight.
But he's doing pretty well with this cave stage. I've said it before, NPC sometimes falls a little bit behind in the first half, but usually is able to make it up in the second half. So I wouldn't be too surprised if that happens. There goes Mike. That was a death for sure.
Oh my god, that bat stun lock was incredible.
The bats.
Yeah, there's a lot of those in this game. It's real video game.
It's very much a real video game. And just so everybody knows, the goal is to complete as many stages as possible specifically for this match. Mike has completed 2, NPC has completed 1. They have never played this game before. They'd probably never even heard of it. Frankly, I hadn't.
So when I gave this out, the response I got from NPC was, I don't even know what that name means. You're going to have to show me a screenshot. And the response I got from Mike when I showed the screenshot was, what the crap is that?
I love it. I love it.
Alright, NPC getting really close to the boss of this area, so we should see a stage completion pretty shortly here.
If NPC can lock in the boss's pattern, which seems like he's doing pretty well.
He only has 2 hits. Mike
Oh
took
no!
a decent number of hits on this boss.
Fortunately, you do checkpoint on bosses. It's pretty much the only mercy this game affords you. That and the continues, but the continues just mean you have to keep playing this game.
Hey, NPC is on to the boss. He could tie it up again in just a little bit. Mike
So-
wants everybody to know this is a fair and balanced video game.
Okay, yeah, I was about to point that out. He's real happy to be playing this.
I mean, there's worse.
Yeah. Oh, so NPC's taking on the boss. So I believe we're back to 2-all.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah,
Yes,
and
indeed.
he has destroyed the boss. It is even. I'm finding a lot of strange information about this dinosaur because he was a cartoon and animated film character in Dooley the Little Dinosaur, from what I understand. And apparently he has 3 toes per foot.
So
And 5
NPC just got
fingers.
trolled by the heart ghost at the beginning of this level. the heart you go to pick up and a ghost pops up, and since the ghost pops up, you end up intersecting her hurt box so deeply that you just get stun locked and killed instantly.
Yeah, there's a few of those in this stage. It's pretty good.
I think I found the most heartbreaking line in this wiki, by the way. It says, behind his thoughtful words, Dooley is just another baby dinosaur who misses his mother dinosaur. That's all he is, Tina.
Oh wow, that's so sad.
So
I
you
know.
had said that the plot of Dooley in general is that due to a series of circumstances, he got catapulted forward in time, right?
Yeah, and his mother died, because that's how time works. I mean, 100 million years is a long time to wait around for your son to come back.
The way you phrased it made it sound like it was Dooley's fault.
I mean, it might have. He wandered away.
He got abducted by aliens.
Well, I mean, let's look at it this way. Dooley got abducted by aliens, but all the other dinosaurs became fossil fuels. Who really had it worse off here?
Oh gosh, do you think that when Dooley sees an automobile that he knows what's going on?
You know
I
what?
don't even want
That's-
to think about that.
That's not true. That's urban legends for you, okay? Because most fossil fuels are made out of trees, okay? Not dinosaurs. People just say it's dinosaurs to get more sympathy.
What if Dooley sees like a gas station, like one of the ones where their logo is a dinosaur, and he just has the Land Before Time moment? Mommy?
Oh no.
You know, they're selling
Get up, mommy!
They're selling her body. Oh no, her dead corpse. That's it.
Her
By the way-
extremely combustible corpse.
Sinclair was started in Utah, so just so everybody knows, I grew up next to Dinosaur National Monument, okay? Every year we would go out and see the dinosaurs. Like, yep, there they are, still dead. It's a fun time.
Someone in Twitch chat is asking why are there giant piles of skulls? Whose skulls are those?
Why aren't there giant piles of skulls more often in other places? Is what I
Why
say in
is
response
there
to that.
a guy in his underwear swimming next to the pirate ship, you know?
Well, he's
Well,
probably
I mean,
a
don't
pirate.
all the pirate ships have that?
Oh, he might be a pirate. Yeah. You know, the skulls, it's supposed to be a scary place. And there are ghosts in that place as well, so this is like,
They're probably haunting the skulls.
yeah. If I were a ghost, I would probably not just choose, like, a makeup bag to haunt. I'd do something spooky. Oh, mascara! Ooh. No, nobody cares about that, okay, you dumb ghost? Go do something better with your time. You're here for eternity. You might as well do something good.
Okay, but counterpoint. Nobody expects their mascara to be haunted.
You
That
know,
would be pretty
Sure.
spooky, you know?
and then all of a sudden, right in the middle of the date, the mascara disappears. Ooh.
So Mike just got bodied by the Cookie Monster. I don't know why he's here, but that's a thing that happened.
Well, you know, you'll have that.
And for some reason, he's sporting a very stylish set of overalls in this game.
So, Brosentia,
Yes,
why don't you remind us about what we're watching here?
for sure, Railcoon. Every once in a while, we need that little reminder, and this is Kusogrande, the bad video game tournament. This invitational has 16 people going up mano a mano, dueling each other in order to try to show who is the best at the worst. These two players have never seen this game before, and frankly, neither have I. And they have 1 hour to try to make as much progress as possible. For this specific match, progress is tracked based off of how many levels they complete. And from what I've seen, I believe both players have completed 2.
Yeah,
that's where
we
we're
are
standing right now.
So both racers have finished the water level. Mike finished a different stage from NPC for his second one. I know NPC finished the cloud stage, and I'm actually blanking on the one Mike finished at the moment. Oh, the jungle, right.
Yeah, which means that right now both Mike and NPC have pretty easy bosses to complete just because they already know the pattern, if either of them pick the roller coaster or the jungle, respectively.
Right, because they both had the same boss pattern, effectively. I do think the jungle boss's hitbox is a little bit wider, so you need a tighter jump to get over it, but otherwise it's the same pattern.
Yeah, it looked like Mike was getting hit trying to jump over that boss where it would have worked on the jogger. Probably because the jungle boss had like the thing through his hair, and it was probably extending his hitbox.
Yeah, I'm not
Ooh.
sure if there are hitboxes per se in this game, or if it's actually by the pixel.
You know what?
They might be
Everybody
doing
watch.
pixel comparison.
If there are any tassers here, you can go ahead and make a hitbox detector for this game so we can know just how precise Dooley is.
I think you can pass on that.
Come on, we need your help, Twitch.
I'm not making you a hitbox tool, Brosentia.
You
I'm
can
sorry.
make me one, Railcoon.
So this actually is a pretty recent discovery as far as video game preservation goes. I don't recall exactly when it got preserved, but it was in the last couple of years. So I'm pretty sure
it wasn't
it's
long ago.
yeah, it's pretty fertile ground for tassing. I don't think many people have gotten their hands on it yet.
Yeah, honestly, you know, this is one of those games that easily could have been lost to time.
Yeah, in the past couple of years, there's been a few Korean games that have been discovered and ripped recently. Magic Kid Goo Goo is another one that was a really big deal when it finally got ripped.
Oh yeah, I know Bioforce Ape was one of those as well because it was rumored to exist, but nobody had found it until many years later. So yeah, I think that the thing is, with tournaments like this, we get to go and take a look at something that a culture had that nobody really looks at anymore these days, you know, and we get to see something like Dooley the dinosaur. And, you know, this game has problems, but this is the first Famicom game that came out in Korea, you know, in South Korea. That's huge. Especially since free speech, from what I was seeing, free speech for the cartoon was pretty dang limited, and people complained that, you know, it was a little bit violent and that it showed disrespecting elders. But, you know, simply put, media is often a push against a lot of what society had as normal standards, you know. It's cool. I love it.
Well, when I pick games, I always try to find something a little unusual, maybe a little unheard of. So, Mike is back on this Cookie Monster boss and just
Immediately
Cookie
body.
Monster. I want some cookies now.
I do too.
Unfortunately, NPC dying to an egg. I think it's good that he's trying out some of these different levels now. I'm not sure Mario level is very easy, but it's worth giving it a shot a few times, see if you can make any progress at all.
Mike has gone in pretty hard on this particular stage, and I kind of think it's a good
Oh, it
decision
looks like
'cause he's
Mike
getting
is
to the
moving
boss.
to the roller coaster stage again. This is a
Also a
really
good
good move.
decision.
Whee! I like this. You know, I kind of want to give this game a shot. This is the bad thing about bad games for me. If I see a game that looks remotely enjoyable, I get excited about it. And this has sort of that remotely enjoyable quality to me.
It does?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the early Korean Famicom games, having played a bunch of them now, are shockingly good. They're rough around the edges, but they're rough around the edges in a way that you can have a ton of fun with them. Definitely worth taking a look at. It's super cool from a preservationist standpoint as well, but just the games themselves they're very different from their Japanese and American counterparts, and that's really neat.
It's so exciting to see games that do not follow the same scheme over and over and over again. I mean, this game is a platformer. Obviously, you can't distract from that fact. But other than that, the game is actually pretty easy to follow.
Yeah, it looks like Mike still hasn't picked up on the fact that Goku, you can definitely kill, but
oh yeah,
he's not even trying at this point, and it's giving him a little bit of trouble, it seems.
Oh yeah, he's
on if he goes into the boss?
I don't know. I killed him.
I did too. I actually don't know what happens if Mike goes into the boss right now.
If he winds up with both on the screen, that would be awful.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh, he just got bodied right away, but
Oh
luckily
yeah,
he has enough
spawning
lives
that
to
boss,
deal
you're
with it.
pretty much guaranteed to hit the first time.
I love it.
So Mike has a chance here to retake a solid lead if he can get a grip on this.
I think Mike is going to pick up real quick on the fact that this is the same boss pattern as he previously fought.
Yeah, I think so.
This boss is such a bullet sponge.
He takes so many hits. It's because
All the bosses really are tremendous bullet sponges, but
hey,
Mike figured out that it's
killed the
much
boss.
faster to get right up in a boss's face and mash.
All right, so we're 3-2 now, I think.
Nice.
Looks like Mike is having just a bit of a problem with analysis paralysis for a moment.
Analysis paralysis, I like it.
I think Mike is responding to NPC yelling in all caps, "What was that jump?" And Mike had responded, "Which one?"
Yeah, some of these jumps are a little unfair, teeny tiny bit. Yeah, right now Mike is definitely in the lead, having completed 3 stages. Sorry, NPC has completed 2. You know, NPC is starting to get to that point where he really needs to just have some successful levels. It only takes a couple good successes in order to move into the lead. It's not impossible at this point.
So over here on NPC screen, we see a coupon, 2 balloons.
Aw, cute.
Cute but deadly.
Oh yeah, very deadly.
Oh,
Like,
I
I'm
hadn't
not
seen this
neglecting the
mid-boss.
deadly
I love the
factor.
Danmaku portion of that.
I love how we're 40 minutes in and we're still seeing about a death every 30 seconds. This game is not fair.
Personally, I'm looking forward to Brosensha picking up speedrunning this game.
Oh yeah, that's something I want
No,
to see
not
happen.
happening.
Oh,
got-
it's happening.
No, I've got more Wolf Quest. And I've got more Kid Cool one of these days.
Yeah, when's
don't-
that happening?
Tina, soon. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know what I'm loving about this game, though? It's that these weird eggs are the same color as the dirt. It's kind of gross.
I don't know what those are supposed to be. Are they supposed to be like volcanic rocks or something?
They might
I
be. I
think
mean, there's
so.
lava.
Yeah.
NPC taking another game over. There's still plenty of time. Honestly, the levels are not long,
Yeah, they're
and
just
all you
brutal.
need is one good playthrough.
So yeah, I mean, we are currently 3-2 in favor of Mike, but NPC is not out of this. There's a couple of levels that I'm confident he can complete if he just sinks into one until he finishes it. Of
Yes.
course, there's also a couple of levels I'm confident Mike can complete. So we'll have to see what happens over the next 18 and a half minutes.
Okay.
It's being asked in chat what we've done, and Tristan and I are both commentating a match, and I think that really says it all.
Well,
You
like I
know-
had said at the beginning, NPC is a former Kusogrande champion, and Mike said the last game I gave him was easy, so we needed something special for both of them.
It is easy, though. Look, he's got 5 hearts. That's a lot of hearts for a dinosaur.
I think most of them only came equipped with one.
Yeah. Yeah, what's up with
Some of them
that?
had secondary nerve bundles that were like a second brain, but I don't know about a second heart.
There are some animals that have 2 hearts, though, aren't there?
I can't think of any off the top of my head. I'd believe it though.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what animals do. There's at least one animal out there. Okay. I mean, besides David Tennant. I mean, he does.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Time Lords aren't... I'm sorry, Prestintia, they're not real animals.
Except
Neither are
because they're fictional.
Klingons. Okay. Apparently octopi or octopuses may have 2 hearts.
Does a sea cucumber? Because I know they can spit out their internal organs because they have a second set.
That's kind of gross, but awesome. You know how fun that would be to show up at someone's party? They'd be like, "Oh, I'm feeling sick." Yeah. And then
I
you're like,
swear
"I'm just
I
kidding.
saw that
I'm
at a
just
couple
kidding."
of college parties. So NPC's taking another crack at this Koopa boss.
This
Which-
Koopa is a jerk.
You know, the thing about the Koopa is it's a very static pattern of just shooting in a circle, but the Koopa moves around practically at random while doing it. NPC was able to handle it,
Oh!
though.
Yes,
There we go,
very
and we are now
nice.
moving forward in the stage.
Oh,
And there's that one
and
orbiting projectile he has around him.
I'm a little bit concerned, though. 1 heart to move on is a little bit concerning.
I wonder how upset NPC is that wasn't the boss of the stage.
Probably reasonably upset.
So there's the boss of the cloud stage, and there goes
Instant
NPC.
death, but luckily he had enough lives to start right back over.
Yeah, so this
looks
guy's a
little
grade
weird.
A chungus. He'll just teleport somewhere random and then fire a fan of shots, and you have no time to dodge.
This is not okay.
This is
No,
like
it's real rude. You have to hope that he's going to be at ground level so you can get right up in his face and mash, because otherwise you're hosed.
NPC got lucky. The boss didn't spawn anywhere near him.
This reminded me of like Ella from Lagoon. How
Yes.
she would just teleport right next to you and then just fireballs.
Yeah, precisely.
Interestingly enough, Ella actually has a pattern, but it's so long that no one but speedrunners will put in the time to memorize it.
And
I
then the
remember-
boss was just too hard or too high to actually hit. That was beautiful. Oh,
The only saving grace about when the boss is too high to hit is that usually that means that the lightning bolts are spread out enough that you're unlikely to take damage.
yeah. NPC is actually doing pretty okay with this, his last life on the boss. There's hope. There's hope for NPC that this boss will die.
He does need to take this down, because if he invested all this time and then decides this boss is not worth the trouble, that's a lot of time that he spent doing what amounts to nothing as far as the score goes, so hopefully
Yeah.
we'll see him take it down.
You know what? I think this boss actually has some sort of pattern. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
NPC is acting like he sees a pattern. Oh, by the way, when he's swooping around the screen, he also has a hurt box while doing that.
Yep, like that.
What the hey? How is
Yeah.
that okay? Oh my gosh, NPC. I'm very concerned. One hit and you're dead. Oh, come on, NPC. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm stressed.
This may very well determine if NPC has a chance to get back into this or not, too. Everything is riding on this one heart that he has.
I don't think there is a pattern because he hasn't gone for the super high spawn when I
There we go. Yeah, you might
I don't
be
think that was
right.
the same point that he did last time, so I don't think there's a pattern.
No, I
Just
think that there's a
teleportation
limited number of
bad.
places that he's going to spawn, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen a pattern in it.
And the
there
boss
we
is
go.
down.
Wow.
Yep, NPC's
Wow.
tied it back up.
We are back 3-3. Now, both of them are opting for the same level here. I feel like NPC has played this one quite a bit. Maikuyama as well. Like, honestly,
Yeah, they
both of them
last
have.
time on this one. I think Mike did it in 2 parts, but NPC did it in one big chunk.
This is a very close match. We have about 12 minutes left, and it's tied, and both of them are on the same stage.
Oh, yeah. Now, we do have a referee here, Cadis, who does the hard job of deciding ties if we do have ties. In general, what we do is if we do not give information about a tiebreaker, is we go with whoever has made the most progress, or whoever made the progress first. And Mike has gotten to the 3 levels beaten first, so likely that will be the metric used by our referees.
Yeah, we had bounced around the idea of using mini bosses as well as a tiebreaker, but because we kind of didn't come to that conclusion before the race started, it wouldn't be fair to change the rules on the racers now.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think that we were
100%.
mostly talking about that as a what if we have a 0-0 situation,
Right,
which is no longer a concern.
Nope. See, Tristan, you thought we might have a 0-0 situation, but we're 3-3.
I feel
You
like those
know,
are
it-
different numbers.
Yeah, it's absolutely a common thing that I convince myself that I've made a bad pick and that we're gonna end up with just like a goose egg race, and then the racers surprise us, or surprise me at least. We have some really good blind racers and speedrunners in Kusogrande, and this is 2 of them.
Oh, and Mike has met a lovely girl. Very nice. She looked
Yeah.
friendly.
The pop-up ghosts are extremely friendly and will hug you to death.
Aw. So nice of the ghost. I wouldn't do that. I would probably just scare you a lot. Oh my gosh, it would be so much fun to be a ghost. So, for people who are just tuning in, this is Kusogrande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. We have Mike facing NPC right now in Dooley Bravo Land. They have both completed 3 stages. The next person who completes the stage will move into the lead. Otherwise, Mike has gotten to 3 stages completed first.
Yeah, and at this point, both of our racers have sampled practically every stage or has sampled every stage. So they've had a chance to kind of get a peek at what they think they can finish fastest. And for both of them, it seems to be this one.
I'm glad that you can kill the ghosts before they even appear. At least that's what Mike has done a few times.
Yeah, they do have a hitbox before they exist as a sprite on screen.
We are starting to get close to the end of this match. I love when matches are close. I honestly have no idea how this is going to go.
Both of these guys have
NPC.
been pretty good at figuring out bosses, so I think
Yeah.
if either of them get to the boss, they can definitely kill it and take the lead. It's just which one of them can reach the boss first, I think.
I'd say reach the boss first with enough lives
With one
to
life
tank.
at least, yeah.
Yeah.
Most of these bosses spawn in such a way that you're guaranteed to take at least one hit right when it spawns. But then it spawns you in a safe spot when you lose your life.
Ooh, Mike is down to 1 heart on his last life for this playthrough.
There was a life back there, but unfortunately it was within a series of moving platforms, and they just didn't... He was not standing on them in the right position to grab the extra life, so this is all he's got.
And that is a game over. However, he still has 3 levels completed. He's opting for Space Pirates. NPC gets a game over.
Oh boy. I don't know how I feel about that decision. I literally don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea to change levels up this close to the end. We're
I
gonna
don't
have
know,
to see
but
how it
both
plays
players have done it.
So Mike made it through the jungle, I think, in 2 game overs. If NPC can show that kind of progress in this stage, I'm pretty sure NPC is going to take this boss down real easy.
Oh yeah, this boss is fairly trivial. At least compared to the Koopa that we had earlier, you know?
out. The Koopa and the teleporting Thunder dude were both particularly painful bosses.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, NPC was able to take those down. This should be quite doable if NPC actually gets to the boss.
I kind of like the stage on this music, or the music on this stage. Sorry, little verbal dyslexia there.
It happens.
I just like the way that you're prioritizing that. The most important thing is the music, and you just build the stage around the music, and I like that idea.
Yeah,
You know, that's true in some games.
there are a lot of games that would otherwise be intolerable, but because of the music, they're actually really fun. Like, the music does so much.
NPC is making pretty decent progress into figuring this stage out. Let's see if he's got enough time.
He's got a little bit over 5 minutes. I think that's setting NPC up pretty well.
He definitely can. It's just I've noticed both of them are doing better when they take it slow, but when we hit
Yes.
that 5-minute mark, if they start rushing, then they could kind of sabotage themselves.
I think you're right, Railcoon. But both of these players tend to know that more progress on your own you know, don't even think about the other player. Just think you got to set a new furthest mark for your own. You got to set your own personal best here.
Yeah, and the 5-minute warning just went out, and that's what I'm curious about, like, if that creates any urgency for either of them.
NPC is descending, and there are coconuts all over the place. Oh, jeez.
This screen is awful.
This
Yeah,
screen
welcome
is
to the
so
coconut
good.
hole.
Mike somehow managed to get through that without getting hit when he came here, and it was very impressive.
This
Mike
game
is
Also the
not
surprise
fair.
monkey.
Surprise monkey! No, the players do not know each other's progress. We will tell them who is in the lead, but neither of them are in the lead at this point. It's tied.
So
Yeah,
Mike
and
got
also
past the
somebody has to
Cookie
ask for a
Monster.
lead check.
Now
Which
Mike
is
is at the boss.
Yeah, that's the point where NPC gave up on this stage. Mike has gotten further in the stage and is now on the boss, who is a pirate in a ship held up by strings.
But NPC is on the boss as well.
Oh my.
So, this boss that Mike is on is interesting because I think if you take it slow, it's actually probably a pretty easy boss.
So it's not, because every so often you're going to notice that the bullets emanate from immediately above you and you can't avoid taking a hit.
So
NPC
just took
has
out a
killed
boss.
the boss.
NPC's in the lead. I don't think that Mike is going to be able to come back from this.
I think you're right. NPC is definitely in the lead, and Mike has defeated the boss. It's back
It's
to
got
a
3
tie,
minutes.
but based off of that, NPC has gotten to the tie first and would technically be considered in the lead. All of that within like 10 seconds of each other. Oh my gosh. This is amazing.
That was a last-minute lead change. That was pretty
Yeah,
spicy.
that was wild.
Mike's going back to the cave.
Ooh, spooky cave. I'm trying to remember if there's anything. I don't know if we've ever seen the boss of the cave. But I think it's
I
a
don't
good
believe
call.
we
He
have.
spent a lot of time on this level.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
he's... that's
unfortunately,
stage
the
he's got
right
the
call
most
here
time
is
on.
going to be to rush it, though, and that's not going to make his job any easier.
Neither one of them have asked what the rankings are, so they're not aware that the next stage completion, if one of them manages it, will decide the victory. But I can definitely believe that there's going to be an onus to hurry at this point.
Oh, yeah. I would be surprised if we see another completion. to be
So
fair.
the lava cave is particularly difficult. You have to take it slow. And that's not a good situation to be in when you've got 2 minutes left for the match.
Yeah.
But if you try and push fast, this level in particular has a lot of instant death combos where you get held in one spot until you have no hearts left.
Conversely, the level that NPC is currently doing, NPC has completely finished it up to the boss already and gave up on the screen just before the boss, practically. So he could possibly get through this, but he already has the lead, so that would not result in a lead change.
No, but it would be solidifying the lead. And honestly, that is definitely what either of these players wants to do. Oh, how close is Mike, by the way, getting to the boss?
About a third of the way.
What?
Yeah, this
Yeah, he
level
hasn't even
is
seen the
turbo
mid-boss yet.
butts.
Oh no, NPC getting a game over. We've got 1 minute left. I don't think there's a chance of a lead change at this point,
It's not likely.
but they should both keep trying. Keep going. Don't
Mike
stop.
could find a zip that takes him straight to the boss.
That's true. Weirder things have happened. We've seen wrong warps that nobody knew about in Kusogrande before.
Yeah. We
You've
had one
seen-
in an Athena match.
Yeah, we've also seen racers accidentally access a developer code that not even the GM was aware existed.
Yeah. Oh, we've got 20 seconds now.
What a ridiculously close match. What a close finale.
Oh gosh, it's not gonna happen, but Mike just got to the boss.
Is it the
Oh,
boss or the mid-boss?
This is, I believe, the
This
boss.
is the boss, yeah.
Oh.
It's another one of the teleporters. It's not an easy boss. He
But
likes
that
to teleport.
is time.
Yep. Too bad.
And
What a
NPC
heartbreaker.
does take the victory with Mike right behind. It was an extremely close match. Really, really close. But seriously, NPC took the victory here. Oh. Tina, Tristan, this
What a
is what I get
match.
excited about. This is always fun to watch when all of the players do extremely well. Mike and NPC doing fantastic with this game. Unfortunately, one person has to win, and it is NPC this time. Oh,
I'm telling them that if they want to join voice to come into the green room because they're busy freaking out about how close of a race that was. And, well, we could, of course, talk to them about that if they're willing. But, of course, we don't force them to join chat. It's always if they want to. So we'll see if either of them come to talk.
maybe they will. Okay, NPC is jumping in. Hello there, NPC.
Well, that was a game.
Are you sure?
Somewhat. I would really need to investigate further because some of those jumps were the true evil.
Yeah, it's real rough.
I look forward to your eventual speed run of this.
And we've got a Mike as well. Hi, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
So that was really weird because I felt like I was doing pretty well in the beginning, and then like towards the end when I was really stuck in the lava stage, I felt like I was doing really badly.
That level is just...
The lava stage. Oh.
Oof.
It's
Yeah.
so stupid, and like by the time I finally figured it out and got to the boss, it was time.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
as
but
we were saying
I've-
in chat, like, I'm not sure if we got across how close it was, because you were both fighting a boss, different bosses at the same time, and NPC killed his just, like, maybe 10,
Maybe
15
10
seconds
yeah.
before Mike did.
No. Well, you know what? I said I was going to lose this match, but I'm really glad that it was at least very close.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I was really surprised, but I kept saying NPC has the history of starting out a little bit slower and then towards the end having a really good push, and that happened.
Well, the thing is that what I did is that after I was dying so much in the carnival stage, I just decided to try all the stages a little bit, and then I realized that the water stage was quite easy.
Yep.
And so was the jungle stage. You just had to take very, very slow, and that worked out fine. And then like every other stage had like a bit more challenge than that, and like you had to figure it out. And I went back to the carnival stage, and you probably laughed at me when I was trying to fight that invincible cloud dude or whatever.
He's not
He was not
invincible.
invincible.
What?
He was extremely invincible. Unfortunately, he also took like 20 hits.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got to the boss anyway, so that didn't matter.
Yeah, you just despawned him by spawning the boss.
Exactly.
It was pretty entertaining, and then it was the exact same pattern as the first boss you killed, so that worked.
Oh, yeah. And then once I realized that, I just, point blanked him. And then probably my worst move was when I was in that one stage that with the floating platform rising up, and I got really stuck in that, like, mid-boss. I actually thought of going left, but I think I just wanted to reset a bit, take a break, and then I went to the lava stage, and that was a big mistake.
Yeah, the difficult thing about that
Because, like, I got really close to the end of 2 stages, and then, like, when time was up, I got to the boss.
Yeah. Well, seriously though, Mike, it was super close the entire time. NPC, we haven't heard too much from you. What are your thoughts about the game?
Well, my internet decided to cut out on me.
What?
Yeah, I just basically am now using my phone because the internet just died.
Well,
What good timing.
Good timing.
yeah,
Yeah,
convenient.
Yeah, I know. Halle freaking Luya, that's all I can say. But
A lot of it was trial and error because it seemed like there was a lot of parts that are really tough to try to learn, and a couple that just had really difficult platforming that I just like. I'm just gonna skip this for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so NPC, let me guess, the jump you were really mad at was in that raft stage with the spikes, and then like you did this little short hop, and it was so hard to jump over that I just quit after that.
That was one of them. The jump I was referring to was there was a jump in the cloud where there was like two moving platforms, and apparently lag kind of ate the full jump so that I did not hit a cloud. And I was like, is this a jump that's possible? So that's why I was kind of frustrated.
Oh, okay. Well, the funny thing is that this game both really frustrated me and really amused me because some of the trolls were very funny.
Yeah,
like
they
the
were.
And some of the trolls
in
just
the
really
cave
pissed me
stage?
off. What?
Yeah, the ghost. I wanted to finish that one level, but that one ghost at that section, I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Oh, the cloud
Yeah.
stage?
No,
Oh, I
in
gave up on the
lava
cloud
cave?
stage because of all the Marios.
The,
In the
the
lava
It's
lava
like,
stage
these
ghost, you mean?
Marios are too much.
Mike, like in the lava cave when you go to pick up the first heart and then a ghost spawns right on top of you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I
was
was
pretty
Oh,
shocked.
yeah, that was
cool.
pretty great.
I was shocked that I didn't get hit by the second ghost, and somehow I magically dodged getting hit by that. But the third ghost pretty much put me in my place. So
Yeah, luckily you can kill the
So,
ghosts before they even
NPC,
appear.
which stages did you complete? I completed the carnival, the water stage, the jungle stage, and that rising platform stage with the really dumb mini boss.
Carnival, Water, Jungle, and Cloud were my 4.
Wow, you beat Cloud.
Yeah.
I saw the Marios and I was like, nope.
Too bad you didn't
Oh,
see the
I
boss. It's
kind of
even
want to
better.
beat the game now, but that one stupid jump in the raft stage.
Well,
Well, I
you
think that we
know,
know what's going to happen. You're going to pick this game up, and then you're going to end up running it at an awful block because that's what happens with you and Kusogrande.
oh, Mike, maybe one day we'll see you play this on the big stage. Well, I'd like to say thank you to everyone, Mike and NPC. Thank you, Tina, Hax, and Tristan for both choosing and commentating today. For anybody who's interested in the full tournament, the 170-person tournament, we do have it over at my channel. I'm Brosentia, and I'm throwing it over to Railcoon. Thank you for having us.
Thanks. We just gonna wrap up here and say that once again, if you want to check up on the dates for SGDQ, go over to gamesdonequick.com. The game schedule and volunteer schedule are coming out soon. The next show we're going to have on the HOTFIX is going to be the Community Spotlight this Monday on the 15th. And just as a reminder, if you want to submit games you'd like to see in the Spotlight, you can go to gamesdonequick.com/hotfix/spotlight-form. But with that, thanks once again to everybody who played today. Kate, Withheld, Kowal, Meekin, Mike, NPC, our GMs today, Brosentia, Tina, and Tristan, and of course, Brosentia for bringing this wonderful tournament to us. But with that, we're going to say goodnight, and we're going to toss you over to another fine speedrunning stream. Why don't you go share some love with him? And just, I'm struggling for words, so let's just goodnight. Yeah, let's go.